Did you think about a double major?
I did
किसमें?
physics. First semester में I took a foundation course with Devang Gupta, Foundations of Computer Programming.
हाँ. ICP.
That course, not ICP,
That was different.
QRMT with Devang Gupta. Our batch is the only batch he has offered that course.
हाँ.
Next two batches he hasn't offered that FC, but that course was so good, and ironically I got my lowest grade ever at Ashoka in that course. But it was my most enjoyed course of the first sem, and it almost convinced me to go for a CS minor.
Holy shit.
But I was like, no, I love philosophy more. So
More.
yeah, and like first semester I was thinking of doing a double major in physics and philosophy, but then as I sort of took like my first phil course and then learned about phil में क्या होता है चीज़ें, I was like, no, minor is fine. Plus physics में like advanced courses करने में काफ़ी time और effort जाता है, तो
Yeah.
that does not make any sense for me to do another major in philosophy.
I was talking to Kushal Jain, fourth year हमारा, है ना? तो वो बता रहा था कि उसको philosophy में he considered student of philosophy बीच में.
Oh, okay.
So he didn't take any physics course that sem, all philosophy courses, and he took it fourth semester चल रहा था उसका.
Oh yeah, I think he did one of the foundation, like one of the gateway courses with us.
हाँ, अच्छा.
Yeah. So he was a senior. He's a senior.
Yeah.
But
Fourth year.
his trajectory is like not the conventional Ashokan physics trajectory.
Not at all.
Yeah.
And बीच में he realized कि although he loves philosophy, he doesn't like studying philosophy in class. He likes doing it on his own time. खुद किताब पढ़ ली, अपने pace पे करो. And then beach semester में he switched back to physics, and final exams were in 2 weeks. Somehow he had to drudge through the material and just give his exams together.
In that sense, physics and philosophy both are very clickbaity subjects.
What do you mean?
There is a lot of, I think most of it is based on like the perceived sort of intellectual hardness of both the subjects.
Yeah.
There is a sort of respect perceived for both the subjects, and like a lot of people think they have like they would like to do physics, I mean philosophy as a like a sort of outsider interest maze mein. And then you go to class and then you have to write arguments and you have to build stuff, to write essays, and then people usually don't like that shit.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what, so the initial thing that lures you to say philosophy more, physics फिर भी पता होता है लोगों को कि एंड में तुमको डिफरेंशियल इक्वेशन ही सॉल्व करने हैं, तो वो पता होता है लोगों को. पर फिलोसफी में फिर भी देयर इज अ लॉट ऑफ पीपल हु कम ऐसे पहले क्लिकबेट से, बट like people like you said leave because they understand what like really do you have to do.
And it's also the perception people have of philosophy. So a lot of people think philosophy is the only philosophy they've encountered is stoicism, how to be more productive, or that kind of philosophy.
That is the general sort of internet vibe, na?
Yeah, and that is a part of philosophy. But if you really go into philosophy, if you really study philosophy formally, you find continental philosophy. There's the school of logic, that school of thought, and when you're trying to write an argument, यहाँ पर thesis डाल दी, then you're seeing if every point supports your thesis statement. All of that rigorous argumentation.
And that is, all of this, or whatever you mentioned, is also just I mean, apart from the continental bit, is analytic philosophy.
Yeah, analytic.
But there's also there's Buddhist philosophy, there's Chinese philosophy, there is African philosophy, which we have no idea about. I also have no idea about. I took a Chinese philosophy course last semester, and initially I was tempted. I was very ignorant, so I just I had a tendency to dismiss, mysticism and Chinese and Buddhist and a lot of those things to be more or less voodoos.
Yeah.
But I mean, there is a lot of interesting and actually intellectually, like properly legitimate, rigorous content in those philosophies as well. And we should not. I mean, there was this debate that we had in class one day where there was a petition that was made that all Western philosophy departments, like in philosophy departments in like US and UK colleges, they should rename themselves to Western philosophy departments and not just philosophy departments, because they don't have any other. All the philosophy they teach is just Western, just Plato, Socrates, Aristotle, and all those things. There is no even mention of, forget African. African तो nobody is doing. African में भी है, अभी पता चल रहा है. People are knowing. But Chinese, Indian philosophy, Japanese is there, or Buddhist philosophy. All of this is not even mentioned in those departments.
Yeah.
So there was like either diversify your departments, hire more of these people who teach and research this stuff, and teach this stuff to your kids as well, or just rename yourself to a Western philosophy department and not
Yeah.
just a philosophy department.
I think that'd be more accurate Western philosophy department name करना. But I think India में भी तो देख, I think it's one thing कि West में they're teaching Western philosophy and not Eastern philosophy को इतना focus नहीं कर रहे. But it's another thing when you go into the Eastern world, India में भी, and you see कि यहाँ पर भी West पे ज़्यादा focus है. So
जो इंडियन फिलोसफी पढ़ा रहे वो भी बहुत लोग वाइट ही है, मतलब they are foreigners.
pretty ironic.
हाँ, that is ironic.
Yeah. यहाँ
And-
पर भी.
Yeah, I mean, what, you know, Ashoka's philosophy department has been always under scrutiny from the start.
What?
It has only hired white people.
Oh, like statistically, most people are like white Caucasian.
Yeah. And it is probably like the most in all of the departments at Ashoka. It is the department with like the most amount of non-Indian people. But I mean, in that sense, philosophy graduates of that caliber are maybe also
Come India के.
I mean, not true actually. You just have to find people, but that has been a scrutiny of the department, and that is generally not teaching this philosophy is generally a scrutiny of most philosophy departments.
Even here.
Yeah,
Acha. Even though we do have
at least they have people, even if they are like not natively from like India, China,
Yeah.
or like from a Buddhist faith or something. At least they are, even if they're Westerners, they are interested in this and they do research into this. So at least they are offering courses in these departments, so which is nice.
Mm-hmm.
So at least we don't have a fully Western philosophy department. We do have Indian Chinese philosophy courses.
That covers
In
pretty
fact,
more than
um,
the Western departments.
now the Professor Arindam Chakrabarti is joining
Haan.
Ashoka as a full-time faculty member, which makes me really happy. He's like one of the god figures in Indian, all of Indian. He's one of the best philosophers of Indian philosophy here right now, and of Indian origin. So that is a big win for the department.
I have a question for you. So, what got me interested in philosophy, or my interest in philosophy is purely motivated from the sciences. I think physics deals with, it presumes that there are laws of nature, and as a physicist, my job, not a physicist, but as a aspiring physicist, my job is to discover these laws, right? So the presumption we're making key laws hain, and that we can discover them, and that there's something called the true nature of reality. Let's call that objective reality, okay? And our experience is subjective experience. The problem is, what if these assumptions are wrong? First of all, what if there's no objective reality? Now, physicists usually don't focus on that question, and philosophers do. And which is why my interest in philosophy are mostly asking questions like, well, what is the true nature of reality? To what extent what we know is really true, really exists? And questions like, to what extent do our senses limit us to know about reality? For example, wave-particle duality. I remember जब मैं पहली बार इसके बारे में सुन रहा था, electron है, can be a wave, it can be a particle. Okay, fair enough. But what if that's just...
And most people do not say fair enough at that point only. They're like,
What do you mean?
I mean, you can bleep this, but like they're like, what the fuck? This cannot be true. Like a thing is either a wave or a particle.
Yeah.
So you said fair enough there, which is already a lot of accepting nature you're showing.
No, it wasn't that accepting. I'm like,
Haan.
that can't be... I mean, how the hell is that even possible?
That's a more appropriate reaction. That's the conventional reaction. But yeah.
So
Okay.
that was my reaction. I'm thinking, wait, how is that even possible? Well,
हाँ.
and I'm like, I have to know कैसे है
This
ये.
is like saying ये काला भी है और सफेद भी है.
हाँ, it doesn't make any
And
sense.
that is different from saying ये grey है.
Yeah.
That is saying ये काला भी है and सफेद भी
At
है.
the same time.
हाँ, at the
That
same
is
time.
mind-boggling.
Yeah.
I'm like, what does this even mean? So one of my possible solutions was, well, maybe it's not a particle or a wave. Maybe it's some kind of third entity which we humans can't perceive, and our limited senses perceive this state of that thing as particle and this state of that thing as wave. But अगर हमारे पास वो सेंस होता सीक्रेट, तब हम देख पाते हैं, अच्छा ये तो कुछ और ही चल रहा है यहाँ. It's not a particle or a wave, it's something completely, let's call it X or Y or something, I don't know. Right? So questions like those got me interested in philosophy. And another interesting philosophical thing that got me interested in philosophy was that physics is built on mathematics. Well, what is mathematics built upon? Logic and set theory seem to be the way to go. Or category 10 type theory bhi hai hamare paas. But logic and set theory mainly. Okay. Well, what happens if the mathematical system we're working in is inconsistent? In other words, what happens if this mathematical system produces contradictions? And let's say we're using this mathematical system to model a physical theory of a physical phenomena. What does that implicate for that physical theory? Yeah, the math is working. हमारा answer से आ रहा है, experiment से confirm हो रहा है data. But then it's also producing contradictions. So as a physicist, is my job simply to neglect those contradictions, or is it to look deeper, look underneath the hood, and check their math theory out and see कि, you know, इस theory में ऐसा क्या है जो contradictions lead है? What are the incorrect axioms or incorrect deduction rules that I've used? So those questions, physicists do not concern themselves with such questions. But usually philosophers do, not even mathematicians actually. So that's why I got into philosophy. But हमारा question तेरे लिए ये है कि तेरा interest philosophy में, is it purely motivated by the sciences, or do you also have an interest in philosophy for the sake of the field itself?
I think my initial interest, what got me into starting to do philosophy, was much more similar to yours. Because I was more interested in like I'm still, but fully interested in like math, like philosophy of science, and like what is the scientific method? Is there there is a sort of a, people put it on the pedestal ki, oh, if you give a mathematical proof to something, then there is no debate about it. And all of those things ki, if you prove something, then there's no debate about it. If something is if something is a scientific fact, then there's no debate about
Can't
it.
dispute
Why?
it.
And is there even whatever legitimacy? So people make it stand on the pedestal, the scientific method. But for what reason? What is the thing that gives it legitimacy? So all of these questions got me into philosophy, and those questions still interest me, and I still try to go deeper and deeper. But now I'm like, when I actually do courses, I realize there is these are important, but this is just one of the fields. People are also doing equally nice and equally sort of intellectually stimulating work in
phrase.
like ethics and justice and morality and God and so all of these things, and in a certain way these are all also related to like, you can relate them sort of indirectly to science, but in some sense these are also quite independent ways of the fields of investigation. So all of these things are all, as I do more and more philosophy courses, I sort of get an interest in not going a little bit sort of away from the philosophy of physics and time and gravity and mind and math and logic to say ethics, values, morality, God. And you have all of these Indian schools of philosophy as well, which is like, for example, idealism, which consciousness, not generally a physics topic if you asked anybody 20-30 years ago. Now it is properly becoming a properly physics and like science topic.
Right.
Consciousness right now is still neuroscience. Most physicists of this time still, at least old ones, sort of dismiss consciousness as not our job to do. But people who want to give sort of materialist and the physical definitions of, or like explanations of how consciousness works, some people obscure, although like it's most people who try to do that are sort of still neglected in the science field, the actual academia of science. Physicists are trying to grasp these sort of new areas as well. But to answer your question, the sort of areas, these are the sorts of areas that got me into philosophy. But once you sort of persist doing a little bit of academic philosophy and like take courses, there are other aspects as well which sort of are not very well highlighted initially.
Does the fact that philosophy can't be tested, for example, when I think about ethical philosophy, सबसे obvious question, well, first of all, I have this belief that there's no absolute set of morals.
Yes.
There's no absolute set of laws that tell you this is right, this is wrong. You can do whatever the hell you want. It's not right, it's not wrong, I think. With that said, of course, I have a set of morals, and everyone else does as well. So there's this quote by Feynman. It's the philosophy of science is as useful to science as ornithology, which is the scientific study of birds, is useful to birds. And I kind of get his point, even though I disagree with it. But
Good.
I mean, what do you think of that quote in general?
I mean, I love Feynman. I look up to him, but not everything all people say is. I mean, I don't agree with it.
Yeah.
And this is stemming from a classic. You know, it was very. I think I find it in this attitude very prominent in all of the like major physicists of that era. That is the collective sort of like intellectual dismissal of
Philosophy.
and making it irrelevant. And in some sense, so the argument is that doing philosophy is irrelevant and not useful to science at all.
Huh.
But if that really depends on what doing philosophy means to you.
What do you mean? Give me an example.
So let's say the basic most well-known story of like physics development in the 18th and 19th centuries is 19th and 20th centuries is Einstein. Gravity. From the 1600s, from Newton's time, everybody thought gravity was a force.
Yeah.
Undisputed
Claim.
force hai. But Newton himself had acknowledged in his writings कि even though he has explained and he has all the math and F equals gmm by r square, sure, but how does the sun reach
Yeah.
15 million, whatever the distance from the earth to the sun, how does it actually reach and influence the earth?
It's like his theory describes gravity instead of explaining it.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, exactly. And people, like, there was no answer to that. And because there was no answer, for 200 years people just ignored it.
Yeah.
Because the math worked and the predictions worked and like all the workable machine building aspects, like whatever tangible aspects of the thing work.
Until Mercury, of course. But
Yes. And then you have better observations which sort of tested the theory's limits, and then you needed an Einstein.
Mm-hmm.
But say if you were to produce an Einstein right now, and I'm not even sure if Einstein thought of his own work this way, but you can think of his own work this way, and you can use it to justify why, at least not doing philosophy, but thinking in terms of philosophical frameworks helps advance the discipline itself more. And this is actually thought of in a general another field of philosophy called philosophy of X, where X you can replace by anything,
Math.
and then
physics,
you can actually study how doing philosophy of X is gonna help X.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So if we say physics here, and so you needed an Einstein to think of the revolutionary paradigm of the existence of a space-time, and that time being relative, and whatever simultaneity not being a thing.
Yeah.
Which is what, and these are challenging the fundamental assumptions that Newton worked with.
Yeah. Absolute time and all.
Yes, exactly. So, in this sense, it's not, and this is what you can define to be philosophical thinking of any subject. How is it useful? So, if I were to say to Feynman that rethinking the basic, most underlying assumptions of any field, and even physics, and trying to see if there is some sort of illogicalness there, if there is some sort of gap there, and something can be tweaked there to come up with an explanation that explains stuff. I would call that, and most people would call that, having, if not doing philosophy, having a philosophical approach.
Yes. Yeah.
Challenging the base assumptions.
Huh.
So all of these things are extremely useful to rethink the foundations of any discipline.
Right.
And I think I would sort of give an argument similar to this one to sort of make a point of why doing philosophy matters. And people have written tons and tons of material on why philosophy matters, even in a very practical and sort of money. I mean, I don't want to use a phrase, but like money minded and like technology minded and all of that kind of science also, no, in that sense, no. Why do people fund mathematicians, like proper abstract mathematicians? They're not producing any technology. They're not producing any sort of rocket boosters which will get you to
But you know,
Mars
the abstract math of today is the applied math of tomorrow.
Yes,
That's
it was
why.
produced 100 years ago, right? So you can people think of this as investment for the future of humanity.
Yeah.
So in this sense, philosophy also sort of challenging the base assumptions. It gives us more insight into the fundamental the assumptions of any discipline.
Exactly.
And so this kind of an argument is can be given for, say, countering Feynman's quote.
Yeah, I think it's quite ironic because when you look at Einstein's work, he challenged the notion of absolute time. There's no absolute universal clock.
Which was a revolutionary thing to do.
Yeah,
It
doesn't make any
was as
sense.
philosophical as it gets. I'm sure you've heard stories of him sitting in the patent office and thinking of lamps, and sitting on the bus and thinking of what if the bus went at light speed, what would he see?
Exactly.
People would, if you're deliberately choosing to not call this philosophical thinking, then that's on you. But this is very much challenging the base assumption. This is very much a philosophical approach to rethinking stuff.
Exactly.
And this is what is important. You can choose to call it doing philosophy. You can call it voodoo, whatever.
Yeah.
This is the main thing.
Yeah. I think there's this. So another example would be of Euclidean geometry.
Exactly.
If you remove the fifth postulate,
yeah,
fifth postulate is where parallel lines.
you get all sorts of weird geometries that actually work.
Exactly. What was the fifth postulate again? Fifth,
It's
axiom.
something about parallel lines. I'm not sure.
Yeah, so it's like two parallel lines will never meet.
Yes.
If you remove that, you have four postulates, you get non-Euclidean geometry.
It was a very long and non-intuitive sort of a postulate.
Extremely non-intuitive.
Yes.
How can two parallel lines meet? Doesn't make any sense. How can the sum of the angles in a triangle be more than 180? But then that gives you differential geometry, which you can apply to physics and GR and all that
Yes.
stuff. You
Literally,
have
the shape of our planet is non-Euclidean.
exactly, and so it's the most practical, philosophical thing applied to something extremely practical.
Exactly. Feynman said this, but even his own work on like quantum chromodynamics and Feynman diagrams and all of those things,
Yeah.
they can be argued. There can be an arguments for why all of that is also part of philosophical thinking and approaches to developing a field.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, on the note of philosophy, I remember when I was coming to Ashoka, or when I was deciding which college I want to go to, मेरा था कि I want to do physics or math because first of all that's my interest and a lot of but even my parents were more inclined करने के लिए कि भाई physics और math ही करो because job security ज़्यादा है. उन्हें engineering नहीं बोला इतना. Implicitly
इंजीनियरिंग
बोला.
में और भी ज्यादा ऐसा लगता है लोगों को.
हाँ, उन्होंने बोला कि engineering में भी तो है पर physics और math ही कर ले because they know I'm stubborn and I'm going to listen to myself. And मैं research कर रहा था तुझ पे तो I read कि तू 4 साल JEE करा तब उसमें 8th 9th में स्टार्ट करा होगा तूने 9th में स्टार्ट करा होगा कोचिंग गया था क्या
हाँ मतलब 9th 10th में इतना नहीं गया 11th 12th में गया
ओके सो 8th 9th में तूने
9th 10th में I used to do like random like Olympiad stuff
oh like IMO was astronomy no
इतना नहीं थोड़ा मतलब there was a local like teacher who used to teach and he was basically like little bit higher level math थोड़ा सा physics थोड़ा सा chemistry basic so that I used to go
right so तू JEE prep करा तूने 4 साल and तूने मेंस 2 बार दिया था you got a good enough rank कि तू advanced easy qualified हो रहा था and even if you didn't I think तेरा एक decent tier 2 college हो ही जाता मेंस के रैंक के बेसिस पे a good reputed engineering college which is certainty मिल गया safety मिल गया which pretty much every student wants apparently and then one of your friends I think Sitara your mentor I think she told you about Ashoka a year later you watched a 90-minute webinar which you didn't intend to watch पर देख लिया तूने and then you're like after the end of the webinar you're like I want to go to Ashoka JEE मुझे engineering नहीं करना I want to follow this path first of all that's a very bold move to make
yeah it is
from JEE to Ashoka
yes
but it's even more bold because you already had that security there ढंके ये भी अच्छा ही कॉलेज है मेरा मतलब वहाँ तेरे को certainty मिल रही थी सारे reputed colleges engineering वगैरह courses जो भी तेरे को चाहिए था वहाँ मिल रहा था you still chose this path और Ashoka तब wasn't even 10 years old physics department was not as reputed
10 to, like this year like
shit I didn't know that
if 2014 was it when it first started and YF started I think undergraduate program started in 2014 or something I'm not wrong.
oh okay oh I've started
the first batch I am part of the 5th or 6th graduating batch
the 6th only so they're pretty new yeah
and these colleges have like at least 60 70 years of
batches and all
yes
so you still picked Ashoka first of all क्यों चुना तूने Ashoka and webinar में ऐसा क्या सुन लिया भाई
तो एक तो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल लेट मी एड्रेस पहले से ही कि हाँ मेरे को जो मतलब आइडियल कॉलेज चाहिए था JEE से वो मिलने में टाइम था क्योंकि एडवांस्ड हुआ नहीं था
राइट
बट आई वाज गेटिंग अ लिटिल सिक ऑफ द रैंक्स एंड लाइक द ओवरऑल स्ट्रेस ऑफ द थिंग
राइट
एंड मेरे को एंड में 12th के एंड में व्हेन आई वाज सीइंग कि हाँ अभी इंजीनियरिंग में जाना है तो ये करनी है चीज़ें and I had like a friend who was 1 year senior to me ऐसे society में ही and he showed me what he was doing and he was also in a good NIT and I was like nah I don't want to like I would not want to do this इतना 2 साल पढ़ाई किया
like he showed his coursework and all
little bit yeah I mean he told what the college vibe is and all of those things and it was not very bad also but like I was like थोड़ा और कुछ करना है यार ये नहीं करना एंड 12th के एंड में मेरा वो 10th से पहले एक था कि मेरे को रिसर्च करना है ये करना है फिजिक्स में करना है
एकेडेमिया में जाना है
एस्ट्रोनॉमी हाँ मतलब उतना नहीं पता था पर एस्ट्रोनॉमी में पता है करना है कुछ एक्चुअली वो चाइल्डहुड बचपन का ल्योर होता है ना एस्ट्रोनॉमी का तारों का वो सब वही था इट्स नॉट एनीथिंग मच मोर देन दैट बट if you persist long with it enough then that turns people into academics and whatever professors and all of those people so if you stay with that curiosity and that thing for long enough and you also do the boring bad parts of the job, you eventually end up there. So 10th से पहले I was like, oh मेरे को ये करना है, but then people were like, अरे you can always do this later, first do this safe thing and like do the JEE hard prep. So I did that for 2 years, and before giving JEE advanced I got to know about Ashoka, and I was already sort of falling out of love with JEE advanced.
Yeah.
So, and this was like
Or the idea of
perfect-
getting into an IIT.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. I still don't hate getting into an IIT. They're pretty, they're good places. There's a reason they have reputation, but it is not fit for everyone.
Right.
Is what I think. And I saw the webinar. Webinar was good only, but the whole idea, I did not know of such a place existing in India at all. So
मुझे भी.
it was very sort of attractive to me, and I showed to my parents the same webinar, and my mom already hated JEE much more than me because
Oh.
she already did not like this rank culture. You know, every like 2 weeks or months we had this exam where we put in like the own coaching thing, and we had like ranks,
हाँ.
and then every after the results of that month your batch would change, so your friends would change based on your rank, and that was a very sort of toxic thing.
जैसे हायर रैंक के बच्चे एक ग्रुप में इनको
हाँ,
बेटर एजुकेशन
so
मिलेगा.
better professors and all. And so the months where sort of my rank went down, I was fully low because like I used to take it personally and all. So she hated it. She was like, "What are you doing?"
हाँ.
But my dad was like, he wanted to go to engineering college, but that time whatever financial stuff, and he didn't have money, so he couldn't go. So it's like you can go, you should go.
ये तुम्हें अपॉर्चुनिटी मिलने रहा तो तू
हाँ,
कर.
कर.
जो मैं नहीं कर पाया.
So I also like wanted to do because it was like good, it was respected, it was like what you said, safe. But as I gave 2 attempts, I got a decent percentile. के पता चल रहा है कि मिल जा सकता है. I saw this webinar. I was like, this is a good place to go. My mom was definitely up for it already. Okay. It took some decent amount of convincing for my dad.
yeah.
Because he was like मुझे करने को नहीं मिला, and you are getting it.
फिर भी तू नहीं कर रहा.
हाँ, नहीं कर रहा. But eventually, like I showed to him, I made him like sort of watch other webinars and
Yeah.
see, and he was like, okay, if you are like, I mean, if you're happy with it, then why not? Sure.
अच्छा, that was your dad's reaction.
So after a fair bit of convincing. Yeah. Now he's happy with whatever.
Now
I'm
he's
doing.
satisfied?
Yeah.
What was your percentile means में?
Means में मेरे को पहला अटेम्प्ट गंदा गया था. It's like 95 percentile, which is like enough to get you into like qualify for advanced, but not enough to get you into any of the like decently respectable colleges. Second attempt में I got like 98ish percentile something, which was fine enough. I could have gotten into some decent NIT. I wanted to go for like 99 percentile as well.
Yeah.
But I think उस टाइम पे मेरे को कोविड भी हुआ था, फिर भी हुआ था, फिर मैं पढ़ भी नहीं पा रहा था. So a little bit of खिचड़ी हो गया था. And I got into like a few other engineering colleges as well. मतलब बाकी के exams होते हैं ना 1-2.
Right.
तो वो भी हुआ था. But then I was essentially falling out of love with the thing. And Ashoka's webinar I saw at the right time. So it was a big leap of faith actually. It has turned out like decently so far.
Because you weren't sure कि अशोका कैसा होएगा. नया
I was sure कि Ashoka अच्छा होगा.
हाँ.
But there was always that, oh, I am leaving the safety thing. I am not doing the conventional thing. And there's a reason it's conventional. It's because it's safe.
Yeah.
And I mean, you can't take away the merits of, graduating from an IIT even today.
Yeah.
It is a brand, no? It is a brand for a reason.
Yeah.
So you're still trying to, like, choosing to not do that. And so, yeah, it was a big leap of faith. But thankfully, like, parents were also fine with it. They were like, okay, you do. So I did.
I think उस मोमेंट पे द मोस्ट इम्पॉर्टेंट थिंग इज पेरेंटल सपोर्ट बिकॉज
Exactly.
एक तो ये है कि यार तुम जेई कर रहे हो पर तुम्हें अशोका लाने का यू स्विच की जेई नहीं करना, अशोका लाना है. एंड यू सी ऑल योर फ्रेंड्स, उनका तूने जैसे लिखा था उनका 3 डिजिट ARI आया होगा.
हाँ, एक दोस्त था मेरा.
तो थोड़ा आई डोंट नो अगर कंपेयर करता था तू कभी खुद को, पर मोस्ट पीपल वुड
करते हैं भाई, रैंक ही है ना, सब करते ही
करना ही होता
है. हाँ,
तो लगा होगा कि यार
पूरा कंपैरिजन के बारे में ही है.
द रैंक बेस सिस्टम ऐसा ही है. आई थिंक नीट हर वो एंट्रेंस एग्जाम ऐसा ही है. सो तू देख रहा है अपने सारे दोस्तों को कि भाई वो स्कॉल में चला गया, वो स्कॉल में चला गया, ये रैंक आ गई, वो रैंक आ गई, वो ये बात कर रहा है, यहाँ CSE मिल गया. एंड देन यू आर लाइक मुझे अशोका जाना है. एक तो है कि यू नीड टू हैव इनफ fortitude in yourself कि भाई yes this is the decision I want to make, but it's way harder to make that decision जब तेरे पेरेंट्स भी skeptical हैं.
हाँ,
तो आई एम श्योर व्हेन योर मॉम का सपोर्ट तो बहुत मायने रखता होगा, बट यू
हाँ।
हैव टू कन्विंस बोथ पेरेंट्स, राइट?
या
तो जो आई वाज टॉकिंग टू अदर फ्रेंड्स ऑफ माइन एंड इट टुक वन ऑफ माय फ्रेंड्स, तो मेरा एक दोस्त है वो एक्चुअली वो पॉडकास्ट में आया था, KIT गया वो,
हाँ
KIT था भुवनेश्वर. इट टुक हिम अ ईयर टू कन्विंस हिज पेरेंट्स कि भाई मुझे अशोका जाना है.
oh
And a lot of fights, a lot of back and forth, a lot of long calls, a lot of tears. Uske end of the day, he got Ashoka, he got a lot of aid, and he's here. He lives right there actually.
हाँ okay
Shreyansh.
okay
So for the parents watching our hearing our conversation,
हाँ
उनको पेरेंट्स यार पेरेंट पर्सपेक्टिव से सोच, बच्चे को सेफ कॉलेज मिल गया, अच्छा कॉलेज मिल गया, अच्छी नौकरी लग जाएगी,
हाँ
शादी भी कर ही लेगा, इतना बुरा नहीं दिखता अब करेंगे, पर वो सेफ्टी छोड़ है और यहाँ जा रहा है.
हाँ
So from a parental perspective, I get that fear. So kids are more daring usually, right? Because they don't have that many responsibilities. So for the parents watching this, what would you like to say to them कि उनको थोड़ा वो मिल जाए कि हाँ यार अशोक ढंग की जगह आने के लिए.
हाँ तो पहले तो एक चीज़ है कि यू हैव टू एक्नॉलेज सम अमाउंट ऑफ फाइनेंशियल स्टेबिलिटी ऑलरेडी, कि अगर है तुम्हारे पास तो लाइक देन इट्स लाइक अ गुड ऑप्शन. अगर इफ आई मीन डिपेंड्स भाई, फैमिली अगर बैकग्राउंड बहुत ही है, मतलब यू आर डेस्परेटली लाइक यू आर गेटिंग इन टू कॉलेज ओनली टू गेट ओनली विद द फोकस कि तेरे को 4 साल के बाद क्या नौकरी मिलेगी, अगर ये मेन फोकस है और ये नीड है बहुत ज़्यादा, तो I would not say it is a very wise choice.
You got to Ashoka, yeah.
Yes. Okay.
If job is your priority.
Yes. If you are like decently like stable financially and you get a decent amount of aid and like all of that works out.
Like middle class बोल लेते हैं, lower middle class भी आते हैं.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think it is really about तेरे को क्या करना है 4 साल के बाद, because जॉब तो यहाँ के लोगों को भी मिलती है. हाँ, यहाँ के लोगों को भी अच्छे पैकेजेस मिल रहे हैं. CS वाले तो यहाँ पे बहुत भाई मचा रहे हैं इधर. I know people, I mean, obviously the comparison is with other undergraduates of say IITs, ICERs, and we also, physics maybe, we are often, our professors who have taught at these institutions, they often compare us to undergraduates from there. And most of the times the thing is like, it's a new institution. Because of the nature of the course, sometimes the rigor is not that much.
यहाँ पर
हाँ. Sometimes. So we obviously comparisons होते हैं, पर I mean थोड़ा if you it's a leap end में तुमको अगर for example if I talk about physics end में तेरे को physics में 3 साल की BSc undergraduate ही मिलने वाली है. तो तू जहाँ से if you do it from a reputed institute, that is not bad, that is also good, but I'm saying कि at least consider these, for example Ashoka as an option, and look at everything. And the people joining Ashoka now, the professors and all of the people teaching, they're also good people, they have taught at these institutions.
Yeah.
And what the reputation of an institution is what built by the people teaching there and the students there, and after a certain amount of time, if you produce results like over a certain extended period of time,
like alumni.
alumni and sort of legacy बनती है, institution की reputation बनती है.
हाँ.
But mainly यही चीज़ है. अभी age तो नहीं है ना अशोका के पास, क्योंकि
it's just 10.
हाँ. पर professors अच्छे हैं, बच्चों का भी मतलब, see, it's not an entrance test that we need to pass to get in here.
Yeah.
So maybe reputation building in that sense is harder for Ashoka now, because the people getting accepted are not going through that kind of a filter. They are going through a very different kind of filter, which people might say it's less rigorous, but it's not that less rigorous also.
It's more holistic.
Yeah. It has a whole.
For instance, I know people जिनके बहुत अच्छे grades आ गए, जैसे IB में 45 is the maximum, 42 आ गए, 44 आ गए, फिर भी आनी कुछ है. मैं 39 के साथ बैठा हूँ यहाँ, even though because I had other stuff in my application, right?
हाँ. So that all is there. If you are sort of looking for a job, if you're especially doing a science thing, and so CS most people do here.
Yeah.
I think that is the best example of choosing Ashoka, choosing a liberal arts setting to do your education, and still being a very good commodity, like whatever like eligibility for the job market to get a good job. So all of those. Physics is still a little more trickier, because it's not really, and most people, if you're doing a BSc in physics, then I hope you're not going in with the even the hope कि तुम्हें सिर्फ बैचलर्स के बाद अच्छी जॉब मिल जाएगी, बिकॉज जॉब करनी है तो फिजिक्स क्यों कर रहे हो पहले से, एटलीस्ट बैचलर्स में. if you want to do like data science jobs and all that, physics gives you the skills. a lot of transferable skills, and people get hired. But if you like, I don't know why.
CS degree might tell you
Why
better
would you start
with
with a physics
physics.
degree? Yeah.
if that's your objective.
Yes.
Yeah. I think a lot of parents also need to know कि Ashoka's, if you send your kid here, if your objective is not going to be भाई मेरे बेटे को डिग्री मिल जाए नौकरी लग जाए या
हाँ.
बेटा बेटी whoever,
हाँ.
you want that child to grow as a person.
Very important.
You want them to develop holistically, like as you put it in one of your articles, कि enhance all aspects of my personality equally, right? Which you thought तेरे को engineering college से नहीं मिलेगा.
नहीं मिलेगा.
And that's very interesting to me because I see मेरे बच्चे इतनी मेहनत करते हैं, इतने दिन रात पढ़ते रहते हैं, इतना स्ट्रेस लेते हैं to get into these best colleges, and when they end up there, they're extremely disappointed. I've met people who transferred from engineering college and they're like, भाई I wasn't get जो अशोका में मुझे मिल रहा है, जो अपॉर्चुनिटीज़ हैं, जो हर चीज़ पे फोकस मिल रहा है, वो वहाँ नहीं मिल रहा था. वहाँ सिर्फ एक ही चीज़ पे ध्यान था कि कोर्सेज ख़त्म करो और ये ग्रेड्स ख़त्म, मार्क्स लाओ और फिर नौकरी लगाओ.
पैकेज कितने का लग जाएगा?
Exactly.
I hate
that. Yeah, I hate it as well. So, for parents, is there something?
But I mean, like, let's acknowledge here, hating that fact is there's also a certain amount of privilege associated with that.
What do you mean? हाँ, yeah.
कि you can hate that thing.
Exactly.
अगर तुम्हें बहुत ही ज़रूरत है तो like there's
don't
no
have a choice.
holistic and all of those, because holistic development and all of those things, there is also a certain amount of privilege associated with that.
Of course.
So we should acknowledge that.
Yes. So if you, I think for someone जिसकी priority money है, अगर तुम बहुत low income background से आते हो, पैसा ही नहीं है घर में,
हाँ.
है ना भाई, तब तो आज से safe route खेल लो, because तुम्हारी priority एकदम different है.
That was like a lot of people, for example, my parents or our parents' generation, who have come, like, for example, my parents came from like sort of not very urban areas.
हाँ.
So they could not have gone to Ashoka.
Afford नहीं कर सकते.
Yeah.
हाँ.
Afford, or they would not have also needed and valued all of I mean, this sort of holistic and development and liberal education and all of those things, क्योंकि that was not the immediate need. पहले भाई तुम थोड़ा secure बनो. Fortunately, my generation and all of like most people my age, middle class people, they have this privilege कि भाई अभी ठीक है, stable है,
Financially stable से आए हैं,
हाँ.
भेज सकते हैं.
हाँ, थोड़ा तो मतलब अभी सोच सकते हो, थोड़ा मतलब you can sort of work on developing your personality, and so that you can do. That's why.
हाँ.
But yeah, so if you, as I said, you need to acknowledge कि ये है, and you need to identify कि तुम कहाँ पे हो.
Yeah.
So that's all, I think.
Yeah, I think what confuses me is just, I've seen there are obviously a lot of rich people here, na, from extremely wealthy backgrounds. What confuses me is when I see wealthy people, students who are really wealthy, और वो बहुत ज़्यादा चिंता उन्हें पैसों की, नौकरी और पैसा चाहिए. I think that's what confuses me a lot here. But just in general, back to your, एक मेरा क्वेश्चन था जेई का, तूने नोटिस करा कि जेई में रैंक कल्चर बहुत था, और तूने you shared this article by Ankur a while ago, I think. 12 lies college and schools make us believe, something like that. And line number.
I was a big Ankur Warikoo.
Oh, अब नहीं.
नहीं, now I've grown out of his stuff.
Like there was a phase.
Yeah. I mean, he was also, I mean, he said good things. I liked most of them. But sort of now I feel I've grown out of his content. I learned what I wanted to from him.
Yeah.
Now I've moved on to other people.
Which such as?
Oh, so right now there's two people like in the productivity and happy, like whatever, build a happy life.
Ali Abdul, let me guess.
Ali Abdal and Sahil Bloom.
Sahil Bloom, interesting. My friend, I think, had a chat with him the other day. I think it was him.
I sort of regularly reply to his newsletters, and he also replies back. So my only chat with him is that. But yeah, right now I'm like following people. If you like social media pe, then Sahil Bloom and Ali Abdal.
Did you watch Ali Abdul ka? What was the last piece of content you consumed by him?
So he has recently released a book called Feel Good Productivity, which I am desperately waiting to read.
It's not released in India.
It is released in India. I've just not bought it yet.
Oh.
हाँ, महीने के end के बाद next month I'll buy. But yeah, so that's the one piece of thing that I want to read. And he keeps on putting these good quality. They're very relatable product, as the title of says, feel good productivity. It's not just grind it and do, no matter how you feel, you just that all talk of consistency, discipline, and all of it.
Yeah, that is.
So that is there. That's sort of less matured narrative of this entire productivity thing is what I feel. And the actual thing is actually, if you feel good about your when you're being productive about something, that is the most, like, the biggest incentive and sort of structure you can get to keep on being productive.
Doing it,
Yes, if you feel joy in what you're doing,
Yeah.
and that is, as cliche as it sounds, it's not obvious how you can do it. So that's the latest piece of content sort of that I like, and I'm fully not consumed it also. I want to read the book. And Sahil Bloom I like because man is fit, bro. He's like very fit, and he.
What do you
does
mean, like
old
physically
crunch.
fit?
He's an athlete.
Uh-huh.
But he's also like built. I mean, there's this whole business and entrepreneurship side to these people,
Yeah.
which I kind of don't relate with because I'm an academic guy, at least right now.
Yeah.
So, but apart from them, these sort of, living life thoughtfully and sort of, keeping yourself fit, consuming the right kinds of what things, like physically food also,
Huh.
and fitness, and also what you consume for your brain. So all of these things, being aware about,
Like not doom scrolling and all.
yes. So all of these things I like, and his newsletters are something that right now I'm liking. But I've also identified the people I like and the people whose content I engage with keeps on changing with time.
Of course, yeah.
So that another thing is a thing of self-awareness if you like a certain Ankur Wariku's content, it's not like tum zindagi bhar wahi karte raho. You have to graduate and move on to new people.
Exactly. Yeah. Ali Abdul का एक बहुत interesting चीज़ है. So I don't really necessarily agree with his thesis. If you watch his videos, recent videos, he talks about how he always wanted the freedom of having an empty calendar and doing what he wants to do. And once he left his doctor job and became a successful YouTube entrepreneur, he got that freedom. But now he felt as if he was chasing something else. And in my experience, no matter how much you love a thing, consistency is, if it requires you to be consistent, the best example I can give you is practicing guitar. और तेरे केस में तबला बोल रहे थे.
It's not always pretty.
Huh?
It's not always pretty.
It is not pretty. You sometimes hate.
Yeah.
अबे मतलब same ball practice करो, trying to get that या तो pitch the sound or the hit, right? Guitar के केस में I'm trying to get a perfect action, या फिर thumb को मैं एक तरीके से hit करना चाहता हूँ.
Exactly.
I'm trying to lower my finger pressure. It is extremely irritating sometimes.
Yeah, it is.
But then when you do that, हर दिन 1 घंटा कर रहे हो, 1 महीने बाद when you see the results of it, that's when you shit. I do not regret a second of that. So I think feel good productivity का, I'm not sure what the thesis is book का.
Yeah,
but
even I haven't read the book, so I'm
yeah. But in general,
Haan.
consistency will be boring. It will be painful sometimes.
Yeah.
That's at least been my experience. Even with this podcast, I don't want to do things sometimes, but I still do it because I know कि important है.
Fair enough. No, I mean, there is always, I mean, as I said, as we were discussing when we came here, any job is any good whatever YouTuber. Even if you love the job that you do, it's still a job, right? So there are going to be aspects you're not going to
don't enjoy.
Yeah. And so you have to pull through in that in those instances, and you have sometimes zooming out helps. You can sort of, if you are sort of can't get something done because of the bad parts of the job,
Yeah.
then you can just zoom out and think, why did I start doing this?
Exactly. The whole point of it.
Yes. Why am I doing this? And if you remember, and if you had a strong enough conviction, then you generally can find a way to pull it off.
Exactly.
But also, too much of result oriented happiness is like, what you feel after you've done something productively. If you base too much of your happiness of the thing based on
the result,
yes,
yeah,
then that is also like, I don't know, that is not a very wise thing to do also.
A recipe for disaster.
Yes,
yeah.
There has to be some amount of joy and like liking of you, liking from you of the process itself. And as you said, consistency is boring also.
Yeah.
But so whatever, balance, all things lie in balance. Rarely answers lie in extremes.
Dirac function is delta function is an exception, but we'll talk about that later.
It's
a distribution. I know it's a distribution. Everyone calls it a.
It's a fraud function.
I know. You tell your physicist friends that. ठीक है.
हाँ. अब आप तो नहीं कर रहे हो physics में.
ठीक है देखेंगे. Just you watch me. But there's this quote. याद आ रहा है मुझे. It's like it's not about the journey to happiness. It's about the happiness of the journey. पर like for example, when I'm writing a math के proof लिख रहा था, I was doing it every day for 4 hours. Math. I hated writing proofs sometimes. मतलब मुझे नहीं करना था. I'm like भाई बाद में करेंगे. But then I remembered why the hell am I doing this, and I recalled that the curiosity that I feel, right? And that why just made it much easier for me to do the thing. Not to mention I'm like भाई consistency is boring, so you have to do it. ठीक है, there's no other option. But मेरा बस एक जैसे एक क्वेश्चन था मेरा तेरे लिए. I remember when I was preparing for the JEE, 2 महीने करा मैंने बस. एक कोचिंग क्लास, हमारी केमिस्ट्री क्लास चल रहा था.
हाँ.
प्रोफेसर नहीं, टीचर भी नहीं बोलूँगा मैं उसे, but that's the kindest word I can use. बच्चे ने डाउट पूछा एक, and it was about wave particle duality or something along those lines. Not detail में, he just said कि particle भी हो सकता है, wave भी हो सकता है. Just that, he didn't want the crux of it. But the kid's like, how is that possible? Or something like that. The teachers, at the end of the class, he said, I'm not here to entertain your curiosities. And I remember that as a distinct moment. I'm like, what do you mean you can't entertain our curiosities? I get कि you have 300 kids, 3 घंटे का time है, you need to teach the syllabus, but बाद में तुम एक्स्ट्रा आधा घंटा ले सकते हो ना डाउट सॉल्विंग के लिए, और यू कैन जस्ट पॉइंट टुवर्ड्स द रिसोर्स कि मैं बता नहीं सकता, यहाँ जाके देख लो. व्हाई डू यू हैव टू से दैट एज इफ फिजिक्स इज जस्ट अबाउट ये फॉर्मूला रटो, इस क्वेश्चन में अप्लाई करो ताकि तुम्हारे मार्क्स आ रहे हैं, कॉलेज में घुस जाओ, कॉलेज में घुस जाओ, नौकरी लग जाए, पैसा कमा लो. इट इज़ नॉट दैट. आई मीन क्यूरियोसिटी, जिज्ञासा की वजह से करते हैं, राइट? दिस इज व्हाई Einstein spent 10 years developing general relativity. It's why I don't know, Rutherford's colleagues, when he was doing the scattering experiment, he had to track each individual alpha particle and 20,000 se kar rahe the. I mean, that's estimation, but that's why they did that, right? That's why we enroll for 8:30 a.m. classes, which we aren't registered for.
If you were doing a physics major, you would know that in Lab 4 there is this Brownian motion experiment where you have to spend days tracking Brownian motion of particles and analyzing through tracker. But yeah, rigor is always involved.
Of course, yeah. So it's just that you reduced physics to just computations and getting नौकरी and salary and all. तो मेरा क्वेश्चन ये है, जब तू कर रहा था जेई के लिए प्रिपेयर, like was your experience similar? Was your curiosity killed? Was it fostered? Or was it तेरा क्या experience था?
Oh no, a lot. I mean, curiosity killed. I don't remember.
Or was it even there at that point?
I don't think so. I did not think in those terms. I mean, the way we were conditioned. And see, it's easy to okay. First, we were not conditioned like that. The entire focus was to crack the exam. Okay, so the best way to solve a question is to eliminate 3 options.
Yeah,
that is the entire point.
ये सिखाया था.
Yeah. So most of, like, if you can find a way to eliminate these questions, whatever, by hook or crook, they don't even care if you get like understand the concept. But so that was the point of the thing, and so maybe I was not mature enough that time or whatever. The way I was being taught by, and the way all the feedback that was coming to me was a curiosity, and uski I don't think ज़्यादा बात थी. But I mean, it's also always easy to judge कि भाई ये curiosity concept नहीं पढ़ा, मतलब whatever conceptual understanding ये नहीं कर रहे, ये curiosity entertain नहीं कर रहे, ये सिर्फ सवाल बनाने को सिखा रहे हैं. But at the end of the day, they have to achieve results, and so they need to do that kind of thing because coaching institutes उनको ऐसे ही चलाना है.
Yeah.
And there is a fair bit of the Indian public, like children, whatever, teenagers who want to go to the IITs, and the way to go to IITs is through learning how to kill 3 options. That is unfortunately or fortunately the way to go
situation there.
Yeah. So eliminating 3 options is also a skill, by the way, and teaching it is like it's like if you this is always like if you want to be righteous, or if you want to achieve your results by slightly whatever questionable ways, morally questionable, so whatever, that you can always, I mean, learning to eliminate 3 options is what we were taught. So yeah, curiosity talk was not there, but I'm just saying ki it's always easy to judge like coaching institutes.
Yeah.
But if you look at it from their perspective, there's always, as I said, you can always call people like coaching institutes bad and for stifling curiosity, but there's always answers in the grays.
I suppose so, but I think I particularly had a rough experience.
it depends on everybody's experience.
Yeah.
If you had asked me immediately straight fresh out of like if you had asked me as a first semester Ashokan, my hate for like my dislike for JE was a peak at that point.
Huh.
So I was like, yeah, coaching and all of those things, they fully like kill your curiosity and all, which is true, which is I still believe, but I'm not very bitter about it now.
Because you understand why
Yeah,
they have to
I
go with that.
understand
Yeah.
the context of, and I understand why it is important for a lot of people, because the end goal is to crack the exam.
Uh-huh.
So exam crack करने के लिए what do you need to do? They teach you that.
Years ago. Wait, so how did you get into physics fair initially?
I so
Yeah.
I am a victim of the clickbait of astronomy,
Uh-huh.
which is a very big clickbait. उसको अच्छे से करने के लिए क्या बेसिक्स क्या करने पड़ते हैं? फिजिक्स. फिर that's literally there's no complex answer to that. That's the thing.
So you were fascinated by astronomy.
Yeah.
And then initially, ऐसा क्या मिला जो astronomy से fascinate कर लिया?
I used to read encyclopedias ऐसे from
हाँ.
cover to cover, जो generally 10 साल के बच्चे नहीं करते. But I mean करते हैं पर बहुत ज़्यादा नहीं करते. मैं करता था and ऐसे I used to, so there was this library that was my mom had like whatever put me into it, and they used to allow like to take one book every 3 days. I used to go there every day to change a book because in the summer vacation, because I used to finish those encyclopedias.
Mm-hmm.
Because मैं घर पे कुछ नहीं करता था, मैं सिर्फ स्पेस के encyclopedia ऐसे अच्छे अच्छे पिक्चर है तारा ऐसे, and I was fascinated by how things work. How do we get to know of like say stars millions of miles away,
Yeah.
like light years away, इधर बैठ के सिर्फ general fascination था. As now I've learned to call it and sort of understand what it is. I was craving for like as you said, I was craving for intellectual stimulation. कि भाई कैसे होता है ये, क्या होता है? That is curiosity again. That's what fueled me. That yeah, I don't think there's anything, not anything that I've been able to reconstruct further.
Uh-huh, interesting. And that's the curiosity that drives you आज भी ना physics
Yeah,
करने के लिए,
yeah,
philosophy करने के लिए.
And there are bad things when like I solve assignments, differential equation नहीं होता.
हाँ.
I sit hours, I sit nights, I sit with all of my friends. नहीं होता ना. So at times I hate it. I like मेरे को नहीं करना है.
अच्छा करना है.
हाँ, तो मैं ऐसा कुछ भी ऐसा, that's why philosophy and all of these things help, no? I play music, I play tabla a little bit, I do some of my music, I read. So all of these things you can do when you hate the main thing that you're doing, but somehow then eventually you can come back to it later.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, there are not everything I love about physics, but generally overall the vibe is nice.
Physics, interesting. Wait, so तेरा J का तू आ गया खत्म हो गया तेरा?
हाँ.
You're at Ashoka right now. You packed your, actually not packed your bags. First semester online था ना तेरा? COVID.
हाँ हाँ.
तो you've packed your bags, but then तू देखता है COVID है, you re-unpack your bag.
No, I never packed because my 12th was also in COVID only. So we knew from the start the first semester at least was online.
God damn, मैंने भी COVID लिया.
Orientation में मेरा online ही था. तो I mean, what orientation of the campus can you give online? You can imagine what kind of an orientation it was. पता ही नहीं है कुछ.
Students, I'm gonna give you a campus tour. खिड़की के बाहर फोटो निकाली. This is the campus.
Bro, they did like a lot of effort though. So उस time पे I don't know अभी है क्या नहीं, पर campus का virtual tour था, available था website पे.
Oh, अभी भी I think.
अभी भी है ना?
I think so, yeah. Holy shit.
मैं वही देखता था पहले. पर actual आने के बाद पता चला.
बहुत different.
हाँ.
I mean, असली खुद देखा तो difference होगा ना.
It's a good, but it's a beautiful campus.
I know.
I like it.
It's quite small, so you know everyone, and everyone knows you. Though.
Yeah.
I like that part of it. So, for when second semester, you were on campus for the first time, तब ना?
हाँ.
तो मतलब homesick हुआ थोड़ा? Did you miss school?
Yeah. But I mean, obviously, एक तो I came in like when the COVID was, the second wave was very high, peak.
Oh, that's when you came.
Yes.
Oh, the risk.
And I actually came in when I came, there were only 20 people from our entire batch on campus.
God damn.
Because we were the physics and bio lab people.
So you had to come.
Yes.
for that
So we were
course.
called early. Entire batch came like 1.5 months later.
Uh-huh.
So we were just because the practicals we can't do online lab experiments. So that's what. So I mean, obviously I felt homesick. First 5 days I was quarantined alone in an RH5 room. So I did not see a human. I barely saw a human for 5 days. And this was the first time I was staying for an extended period of time outside of. Obviously I was homesick, and yeah. eventually I moved out and like I made friends and then
Mhm.
I told घर पे भी कि हाँ भाई लोग इधर अच्छे काफ़ी decent लोग हैं अच्छे तो then it was fine. I mean, and now coming out of Pune and like living out of Pune for a second like a significant amount of time, I have begun to treasure and like love the city more and sort of understood
Pune back.
yeah,
Yeah.
understood like the actual privilege of living in such a nice city
Mhm.
once I've not lived in it for a significant amount of time. I do miss Pune regularly.
I mean, you can't cycle here as much as you can there. Yeah, but the roads are pollution
I
and
mean, you can't breathe well here.
Exactly.
as a
You
as a
can't
well
breathe
free.
here.
So उधर से ही चालू होता है
हाँ.
सब.
And I'm from Gurgaon, so I know. तो वो जो मैं जब फर्स्ट ईयर मेरा फ्रेशमैन वीक ओरिएंटेशन वीक चल रहा था लास्ट सेमेस्टर, आई रिमेंबर अ लॉट ऑफ पीपल वर रियली कंसर्न्ड अबाउट फ्रेंड्स.
हाँ.
दोस्त नहीं बनेंगे, दोस्त कहाँ हैं, दोस्तों को क्या हुआ, दोस्त तो बने नहीं है अभी तक. पर जस्ट आई वोंट हैव फ्रेंड्स, आई वोंट ईट लंच अलोन, ऑल दैट स्टफ ना. एवरीवन वाज रियली डेस्परेट. बहुत जल्दबाजी थी उस सब की. तो इन योर एक्सपीरियंस जब तू आया था कैंपस में, तेरे पास सेम एंग्जाइटी थी दोस्तों की इतनी?
मेरा थोड़ा सी माइन इज अ सैम्पलिंग बायस
What do you mean?
बिकॉज
अच्छा फिजिक्स.
नहीं एक तो ये है व्हेन आई केम आई हैड ओनली 20 पीपल ऑन कैंपस
राइट.
आई मीन ऑफ माय बैच and they were either physics majors and bio majors. So my initial friends were only those.
Right.
So my initial friends were those because we had to have classes together, we had to have lunch together and all those things. So in a sense मेरे को बहुत choice नहीं मिली कि ओ भाई 700 लोग हैं कैंपस पे किससे दोस्ती करूं. तो I don't know if it worked out for me better or worse.
Yeah.
But yeah, so but later as more people came, yeah, I mean nobody really teaches you how to make friends and
Or how to talk to
दोस्ती
people.
और अच्छी बनानी है और अच्छी मतलब एग्जैक्टली क्या करना है भाई, तुझे रात में सबके साथ मूवी देखनी है, खाने जाना है, यही तो चीजें करनी होती है. दे डोंट आई मीन you can delve into all sorts of philosophizing of all of these things,
Yeah.
but it's not that deep sometimes. कि एंग्जाइटी होनी अच्छी बात है कि अच्छे लोगों से मतलब दोस्ती बनानी है, but somewhere I think the overthinking of that just kills the thing.
That I need to have friends.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's fine to eat sometimes alone. It's fine.
Yeah.
You can't have every like company for every single meal, especially when you're 24/7 on campus.
Yeah, that's exhausting.
And it's fine. And initially first year में होता है मैं भी होता था कि oh I don't want to eat alone. कि otherwise if I was eating with some friends and I see someone sitting alone, I used to like I'm not ashamed. I actually judge them कि भाई दोस्त नहीं है किधर है, ऐसे क्यों है.
हाँ.
अभी I sort of generally have mellowed down कि नहीं भाई it's fine. Even I eat meals alone
Yeah.
sometimes, and it's in fact if you are having constantly meals in some company like with even if they're your friends, try and eat alone. No, sometimes you see a random philosophizing brain talking, and I don't know why, but even when people eat alone, I have observed the two kinds: people who are always watching something on their phone when they eat, and people who are not watching something or hearing songs or whatever,
Yeah.
and people who are just eating alone. And I find both people like interesting because so for breakfast, for example, I go very early. So usually now I rarely have I mean I have a group of friends who generally have the breakfast at same time as me, but it's not that our times compulsorily match. So some days of the week they don't match. So then sort of I eat alone, and I love eating alone breakfast in the morning.
Shanti
And
milti hai.
sometimes I'm also bored कि भाई कोई दोस्ती नहीं है. But it's fine. I've like sort of learned to
Spend time
things are-
alone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's good. No? Spend time alone कि तुम्हें क्या करना है. Spend time with your thoughts. All of those cliche things
हाँ.
you can do. It's nice.
I think Naval Ravikant का क्या था?
Solitude वाला.
Great Man I Will Sort, something like that. Yeah, that was really nice one. अंकुर ने share करा था actually वो. For so a lot of for in general, have you gotten better at talking to people? जैसे तूने mention करा, no one really teaches you how to talk to people, how to interact with people. है ना? In my case, so I met a lot of people, but I'm pretty bad at sustaining relationships.
हाँ.
I'm not used to that. So I text maybe once in every 4 days, 5 days, 3 to 5 days, and that's pretty long for a lot of people. But that's what I'm used to. or I don't even text her at all, and I just meet them in person because I don't use my phone that often. So I had to understand कि भाई नहीं, people, if you're trying to become friends with someone, you have to text them, not with इतना ज़्यादा gap नहीं आना चाहिए बीच में.
हाँ.
So things like that I learned. I learned how to talk to people, how to listen better, which I'm already learning through this podcast, right?
So that is another thing I learned. Yeah.
How to listen.
Yes. Oh, so in the small incident in summer, I got actually like advised by a good friend. And this is like fully cliche advice, but it like fully actually changed my approach to conversations. And this is a lot of people fall into this trap of trying to being interesting, be interesting and talk about interesting things. But as you said, do not try to be interesting and talk about yourself.
Yeah, sometimes
Just try to be interested. Try to listen.
Yeah.
If you are interested in what everybody's doing, then that it also takes away whatever social anxiety you have, because you are just here to learn about what other people are
Exactly.
talking
Yeah.
about. You don't need to talk about yourself. And when you ask somebody first, what are you doing? What are your courses this semester? All of those things. Basically make conversations about them first. People end up asking you, and then you can talk whatever little you want to. And I think it makes the process much easier, and it also makes them feel better.
Listening to people.
Yes.
So the best advice I
It's the
think.
best advices my friend gave me.
Yeah.
I have followed it.
Ki listen to people.
I still, yeah.
Ah.
And it's worked out pretty well. I mean, I am just a 20-year-old kid. What do I know what works and what not? But like whatever, yeah.
Yeah, I think that's the best way to just make friends or have any kind of relationship with anyone.
Huh. And you also don't need to text 100 people every 2 days to maintain relationship. तुमको like prioritize ना क्या? Who are your better friends?
हाँ.
Who are your I said Sahil Bloom. Who are your front row people is what he calls. Whenever you try to do any new thing or anything which is slightly different, and say for example you can give the analogy of a performance. For me, I actually perform sometimes, so for me it's an actual literal thing.
Yeah.
Who are the people sitting in the front row cheering you on?
Yeah.
Identify those people and
Stay in touch
maintain like your best relationships with them only.
Yeah, put an effort in that.
Yeah, you say surface. You have limited amount of this, no? So you think of it in terms of flux. I am a physics student. I'm not gonna leave that until the end. But so flux, no. So if you want to increase surface area initially, sure. About how many people you text, how many people you try to make friends with.
Yeah.
Eventually, you need to settle down with people and like
Select few.
Yes.
Huh.
And then sort of concentrate there.
Yeah.
And I mean, yeah, that's it.
I think really zeroing down on the people that actually
Yeah.
You like talking to and you like even listening to, because sometimes people just keep on talking and we end up saying a lot. We end up talking a lot, but we end up saying too little.
Oh my god.
That kind of thing.
That is you just pointed out the quote that is I've stuck it on my laptop. It's one of my favorite fantasy novels.
The Name of the Wind.
Yes. I had talked too much, said too little. I put it on my laptop. It's golden.
Like the sticker यहाँ पर ऐसा.
Yes. इधर है वो.
Like on the trackpad.
Yes. Here there are different stickers. Here they are more sort of as a showy, as a clickbait, as whatever, externally showy pictures.
Such as
there are like whatever personal stickers.
like quotes and stuff.
Yes.
Okay.
I am a quotes guy, but also I have friends who hate quotes.
Who hate?
Yeah.
I've never met such people.
What I've learned doing philosophy is there can be constructed arguments for almost everything. Basically, what I mean is I get where they can come from. I can get where they can come from. So my friend, for example, who hates quotes, thinks that I think that they come from a place where no like real wisdom and sort of insight can just be throwaway lines in one or two. It has to be substantial.
Yeah, I think you have to be prepared for the quote as well.
You
know what I mean? Like, you read that quote and you're like, this is what I feel. I've been trying to articulate this subconsciously and now it's here.
Yes.
Right. Sometimes the quote hits you when you're older or when you're at a different stage in your life. So I think that's what wisdom.
But I am a quotes guy regardless. I save all of my Kindle highlights. I read them again and again. Quotes ka. तो वो मैं करता हूँ बीच बीच में.
तो मेरा तो नोशन डॉक है, मैं तो बड़ा खुश हूँ, हर दिन ऐड करता हूँ उसमें कुछ ना कुछ नया.
मैं I send whenever I finish a book Kindle पे उसके highlights PDF भेजता है वो,
Oh,
तो email पे you can send.
but share your thing with me, I'll show you mine.
Okay.
Cause it'll be fun, it'll be fun.
Okay, yeah.
Yo, when I came here, I saw, तो मैं स्कूल में कभी किसी चीज़ में पार्टिसिपेट नहीं करता था. नो आउटडोर्स एक्टिविटी, नो एक्स्ट्रा करिकुलर, नथिंग, नॉट इवन माई ओन डिसिप्लिन. मतलब डिसिप्लिन क्या, सब्जेक्ट्स,
हाँ.
उसमें भी कुछ क्लास के बाहर नहीं करता था, बिकॉज आई वॉज रियली नर्वस है ना, एंक्शियस एंड ऑल. But when I came here, or when I took a gap year rather, I realized the importance of just putting myself in situations that are uncomfortable, that are unfamiliar, doing things that I'm not used to doing. And when I did that, I learned so much.
Yeah, yeah.
Right? Just insane how much I learned. And so that's the practice that I do even here. I apply for uh, TGR auditions, I apply for certain things that I want to do. I went on stage even though I'm not a trained musician, I just do it for fun. And every time I do that, I learn a lot. I talk to people that I wouldn't otherwise talk to. I go to seminars, English के seminars काफ़ी लाता हूँ मैं, even though I'm not an English major. And I learn so much. But I remember I was in a TCR meeting, the Comic Relief, and yes, that is a serious club.
I agree. Most people don't, but I agree because one of my friends is also there.
Okay, that's why you agree. And we were, so the head was telling us, Aryan naam le leta hoon, I don't think he won't mind. Aryan Bhandari was saying कि okay, we're having this play वगैरह, TGR इसमें part लेगा, I think Thursday Night Live लेता है, and he's like, everyone raise your hand. जिसको भी audition देना wants to be part of the thing. So a bunch of people raised their hand, and there was this one person who said, this person was hesitating to raise their hand. I could see that they wanted to do it, but they weren't sure. And this person at the end just said कि, I'm like, I named them, so I'm like, raise your hand, कुछ नहीं होता, try it out, give it a shot. And they're like, no, but I've never done this before, and I'm just scared of it, or something along that line. I'm like, that's exactly why you have to do it. You don't know if you like it or not, that's another thing, but you're going to learn something from this, right? And that's enough reason to just try it out, even if you're pretty bad at it. So I see that sentiment a lot in first years or even just fourth years. Ki they're hesitant to try out new things, they're scared to fail. And I think they really undervalue the time they get in college, the number of opportunities they get. Because ये opportunity इतनी बाहर नहीं मिलने वाली जॉब के वक्त. हर दिन तुम्हें नई ईमेल नहीं आएगी कि ये ऑडिशन वो ऑडिशन, ये प्ले हो रहा है यहाँ पर, म्यूजिक का तुम ये कर सकते हो, नहीं मिलेगा बाहर तुम्हें इतना ज़्यादा. सो फॉर यू हैव अ क्वेश्चन, how do you still get anxiety about doing things that you don't have that much experience in, and how do you overcome that? Because I think that'll help a lot of people who have a lot of anxiety about trying new things.
Yeah, this is what I would call gyan, but some amount of gyan is fine. And this is what I started for. Obviously, everyone gets anxiety. For me, particularly stage anxiety, I did not have because but a lot of people have. I fortunately don't have because I've been playing and performing music since since I was 9 years old on stage. And I also participated in elocution competitions and all of those.
What is elocution?
It's speech essentially.
Oh.
But yeah.
Okay.
I actually still don't know what's the exact difference between a speech and an elocution, but I guess it's a fancier word.
Yes.
So utna to nahi, but I'm still way less comfortable on stage talking than playing because I am much more confident in playing tabla, whatever. So anxiety, yes, and anxiety generally about trying new things is obviously there. Everybody has it, and this is what I followed the content for, no, Ankur Warikoo and Sahil Bloom and all of these people. It's a good, I mean, if you have all of these things, they have reasonably nice solutions to their things, and you can follow their content.
Yeah.
And I mean, do hard things, sort of like as you said, so you're not gonna get all of these audition emails once you leave college.
Yeah.
And college is, as he used to say, I remember watching his videos, college is the place where you can fully fail at things and not bear the brunt of the failure at all, because people will forget. You can actually, and stakes are not high at all.
Yeah.
As you feel in the moment that stakes are very high, but they're not. So just do things. I mean, whatever. I'm taking a singing CC this time. I don't know how to sing.
You got that one, damn it. मुझे नहीं मिला.
So yeah, I took a singing CC, and I'm I always have wanted to learn singing. Every time I went to a singing class, even in my school, all of them knew that I play tabla.
हाँ.
So the moment I go to a singing class, they're like, हमारे साथ तबला बजाओ.
Oh.
So, and I love playing tabla to all songs. So I would never say no. But I realized अभी कि I also like to learn singing. पर मेरे को कभी मिला ही नहीं वो क्योंकि मैं everywhere I went to learn vocal music, they knew, most of the people knew that I play some percussion. So they made me play, and I could never say no because I love playing percussion more. Obviously that is my first thing.
हाँ.
So now I am sort of intentionally pushing myself कि नहीं, actually गाना है,
हाँ, सीखना है.
तबला हाथ का इस्तेमाल नहीं करना है, मुंह का इस्तेमाल करके परफॉर्म करना है.
हाँ.
तो वो सब कर रहा हूँ मैं अभी.
Interesting. You mind singing something for us?
I will take the CC, then I will sing. No.
You take the CC, then you'll swing.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna keep him accountable. Okay, इसके बाद तू CC के बाद तू आएगा और यहाँ करेगा.
हाँ. Okay.
On the note of the CC, you're taking 4-5 courses this time, one CC.
हाँ.
Last time you took 6 courses, which was pretty hectic.
Yeah.
तो physics major, philosophy major है. Economics major does not apply to you. तुम्हारी life बहुत easy है.
क्या
We get murdered. Dude, economics major is complaining. Our thing is so hard, and I'm like, bhai, physics major here, CS major here, math major degree.
That is true. That is, see,
It bugs me.
this is also, yeah, it used to bug me. It still bugs me.
I do it as a joke though. I don't really give a damn. But
But I am still a little more charitable to people.
Uh-huh.
So it's fine. If things are hard for you, they are hard for you.
Yeah.
I mean, you are doing work. I see people doing Thursday nights, and every week of the semester,
They have a lot of
in the
time.
first years, yeah, or a lot of
First
time.
years are different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, people like to party. First of all, I'm not a very party animal, and part of what I think is a physics major thingy, but I'm not sure.
I mean, I'm not either, but okay, I'm not even a physics major, as you said.
So, but you can be a physics major and still be a party animal.
Uh-huh.
So people do Thursday nights a lot of, like, almost every Thursday, every alternate Thursday, and still say, oh, I have a hectic semester, and oh, I can't handle courses. I mean, when I say I can't handle 6 physics courses or whatever, 5 physics courses, 1 FC, is when I don't sleep, I rarely eat, I don't go to the gym, I don't play, I stay up most of the nights, and I'm still then barely able to manage stuff, is when I say, and that is what happened last semester for the first time. Uske pehle I still used to manage, I used to get a good night's sleep, and like fare well, but this time, despite of doing all of these things, I fared decently, not as well as I would have hoped to. So that is what I said, ki not very advisable to do
Right.
6 courses.
On that note, a lot of my friends from CBSE, even IB actually, so usually freshmen, not second, third years because they know how Ashoka is, but they're really worried about the academic rigor at Ashoka. उनको लगता है कि भाई
कम है?
हाँ
वो लगता है कम है.
नहीं तो इट्स इंटरेस्टिंग बिकॉज आई थिंक कुछ को लगता है कम है पर मेजॉरिटी थिंग्स की वो कोप नहीं कर पाएंगे सीबीएसई और आईसीएसई कुछ को लगता है वो कोप नहीं कर पाएंगे बिकॉज जो उनका टीचिंग स्टाइल है इट्स वेरी अशोका का इट्स वेरी डिफरेंट फ्रॉम व्हाट दे आर यूज्ड टू एंड ऑफ कोर्स व्हेन दे कम हियर आई थिंक दे एडजस्ट जस्ट फाइन आई डोंट थिंक इट्स दैट बिग ऑफ अ चैलेंज
I am also CBSE.
हाँ सो माय क्वेश्चन टू यू इज फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल इज मैं सीबीएसई से नहीं हूँ मैं आई भी था एंड मैंने गैप ईयर भी लिया था आई डिड सेल्फ स्टडी सो आई नो हाउ टू लर्न ऑन माई ओन आई डोंट नीड अ प्रोफेसर फॉर दैट आई कैन डू इट माई ओन so I didn't have that experience, but because you did to CBSE say you came directly to college. To those kids, मतलब इतना फ़र्क है rigor में कि they can't hang या they can't get used to it. Is there a really huge change CBSE, ICSE से?
I'm only remotely, indirectly aware of IB and ICSE, like whatever styles of teaching. But CBSE का अलग है काफ़ी. But I think IB में there's a lot more essay focus, if I'm not wrong.
more writing.
CBSE, there are essays and you have to write long answers, but it is very marks oriented, is what I think.
So like JEE prep, but a bit toned down, dialed down
yes,
थोड़ा
yes,
सा.
the difficulty कम है,
Okay.
but the approach काफ़ी similar है.
So marks का ये बस difficulty कम है थोड़ा. Okay.
And CBSE का वो है कि अभी चेंज काफ़ी हुआ है CBSE भी, but if you essentially the only thing you need to work on if you want to adjust is your essay writing and articulation ability, general communication, written communication and somewhat
so-
oral communication ability.
तो जो CBSE से आए you'd recommend कि भाई you become more articulate
Yeah.
and
हाँ,
essay writing, argumentative writing, I think that's more important.
argumentative भी हो जाएगा इधर आके.
Okay.
Just learn to write and not hate writing.
Not hate writing. Okay, get used to writing things.
Yes, yes. And I also hate writing. As my favorite philosophy professor says, writing is hell, having written is heaven.
Yeah. हाँ. Yeah, I've heard that.
Editing is fine. Writing, I say, when you stare at an empty Google Doc, no, it is hell. It is very bad. And I have written enough philosophy. I mean, मैंने क्या ही लिखा है?
Relatively speaking.
हाँ. I have written more philosophy essays than a first year, second year.
Uh-huh. God damn.
To say it is very bad, especially when you have a deadline and you have like whatever 1500 words to write. I have the biggest essay I've written like 3500 words, but bad essays. Yeah, it is very bad to stare at a blank Google Doc. So, but you just need to put your head down and get used to writing essays and write bad essays first. It's fine.
But just
You'll
get used to
better.
writing.
Yes.
Get used to argumentation and all that.
Just don't hate writing and you should be fine.
So first year का तो writing वो कर रहे हैं, adjust कर लिया. They've declared their majors the second, third year में. You declared your major in physics in general. So how's physics at Ashoka win? Huh? It's you'll graduate in 2 semesters more after this. Or you're gonna stay for the fourth one.
This semester I'll get my BSc honors degree at the end of this semester.
Oh right. And then ESP, where would you stay?
Yeah.
So how do you feel? One semester of physics is
It's it's unreal, bro. I can't believe I'm in my 6th semester.
बहुत जल्दी चला गया.
हाँ, like बहुत जल्दी time जाता है and like you change a lot even in one semester, like things around you and things inside you. I have realized recently when I was reflecting कि एक 1.5-2 साल का equivalent of normal personality development and like whatever character. Anyways, this age में in generally काफी personality growth होती है.
Yeah.
पर especially if you are in this setting,
College में.
एक सेमेस्टर में तुम 1-1.5-2 साल वर्थ का पर्सनालिटी डेवलपमेंट कर लेते हो ऐसे फास्ट फॉरवर्ड क्रैश कोर्स में एंड समटाइम्स इट्स नॉट प्रिटी आल्सो. हाँ, तो ऐसे तुम मर भी मतलब काफ़ी ज़्यादा ये होता है, इंटेंस होता है. तो हाँ, मतलब आई एम थैंकफुल कि और 1 साल है बाकी है. पर आई सी माई सीनियर्स एंड या आई मीन इट्स यू कैन इफ यू it's hard to leave a place like this. Especially you also won't get such dynamism and such 10,000 see you there are 4 colloquiums happening at once and you're interested in all of them.
किसमें जाओ?
हाँ, किसमें जाओ? हाँ, this is not going to happen. Take the value this. This is not going to be there for the rest of your life, especially if you are very very much looking forward to intellectual stimulation and just curious about random things in the world. ऐसा मेरे को international relations में random में colloquium में जाके बैठ जाता हूँ. Like for the first 2 years, whenever I was on campus, मैं shopping week में मेरा ये था कि मैं attend as many random classes as I can because shopping week में ना लोग shift होते रहते हैं.
Yeah.
तो
I'm gonna do that too.
I have attended some random class. इतने ज़्यादा random class attend किए हैं मैंने.
बता.
मैंने एक IR class attend किया था.
हाँ.
और उससे मेरे को फॉरेन पॉलिसी में भी इंटरेस्ट आ गया. एक ही क्लास अटेंड किया था मैंने. फिर मैं फिलोसफी तो मैं अटेंड करता ही हूँ. मुझे एक मेरा ये था कि मेरे को IML इंट्रो टू मशीन लर्निंग का एक क्लास अटेंड करना था. उस सेमेस्टर मेरा हुआ नहीं है. आई स्टिल रिग्रेट दैट. आई एम वेटिंग व्हेन नेक्स्ट टाइम दे ऑफर आई विल अटेंड. तो ऐसी चीज़ें करने में कि एक्सप्लोर रैंडम. दिस इज ऑल्सो वन ऑफ द रीजंस व्हाई आई केम टू अशोका कि मेरे को पॉलिटिकल साइंस वाले दोस्त भी 1-2 चाहिए. मतलब पॉलिटिकल साइंस इज अ थिंग बट लाइक व्हाटएवर रैंडम पीपल हु स्टडी डिफरेंट थिंग्स एंड हैव डिफरेंट पर्सपेक्टिव्स, वो सब है इधर. तो पता नहीं है आफ्टर यू लीव दिस प्लेस पता नहीं कि रहेगा या नहीं रहेगा ये. तो जब तक है तब तक अच्छा है, कर लो. एंड फर्स्ट सेकेंड ईयर में मेरे को भी पता नहीं था ये कि हाँ ये अच्छा है, बढ़िया है, कैरेक्टर डेवलपमेंट हो रही है, ग्रोथ मेरी ये चलती रहेगी पर इतना इंटेंस नहीं मिलेगा शायद. तो जब तक है तब तक कर लो. अच्छा.
I get really emotional as well, even though मैंने 1 semester कराया अभी.
हाँ.
But still I think about shit. I only have 7 semesters left at this place.
You have a lot of time. It's fine.
That's how it feels. But I'm sure 2 semesters, 4 semesters, 5 semesters बाद I'm like it just went away in the breeze. है ना?
So it's important that you don't let it slip away as it goes. I mean, try to be as intentional and as thoughtful about it. And I just whenever I'm अंडरस्टैंडिंग कि ओ ये इधर थोड़ा मेरा ये व्यू चेंज हुआ, ये मेरा थोड़ा पर्सनली डेवलपमेंट हुआ है इधर, कि मेरे को इस टॉपिक के बारे में इस इंटरेक्शन से पहले ये लगता था, अब मेरे को ये लगता है, दिस मैपिंग इज देयर.
Yeah.
सो दिस आई कॉन्शियसली खुद को ही बोलता हूँ मैं कि अरे ये चेंज हुआ है, मुझे मार्क दिस थिंग, चेक पॉइंट है. तो अगर इफ यू हैव दीज थिंग्स एंड आई ऑल्सो लाइक ट्राई टू जर्नल सम स्टफ कि इस सेमेस्टर में ये सीखा, ये सीखा, ये सीखा. So if you do that, then and you try to be as intentional about passing your time here as possible, then
I'm making the
then
most out of it.
sort of the regret still is there, but also like oh मैंने क्या ही जैसा समय गया आया वैसे गया, ऐसे नहीं होना चाहिए.
For you, do you have regret about lost time? I feel like I do kind of about my gap year. So what about you?
I didn't have a gap year.
No, during your time at Ashoka perhaps. Or during the semesters. Because you
There
just
are,
talked
there
about
are
regret.
10,000 things that I want to do, no? So there is always regrets, but I've learned to I'm still learning to not have FOMO, so prioritize stuff and all of those things. So yeah, I still so अभी मैं आज सुबह बात कर रहा था एक दोस्त से, he's an IR major, तो I told him मेरे ASP साल में I will be done with my minor, तो मेरे पास दोनों सेमेस्टर में एक स्लॉट फ्री है जिसमें मैं कोई भी रैंडम कोर्स लिख सकता हूँ या फिर कुछ नहीं ले सकता हूँ. आई कैन जस्ट व्हाटएवर कॉन्सेंट्रेट ऑन माय थीसिस. तो इसलिए इसके लिए लेना है, तो आई वाज लाइक मेरे को आयर कोर्स लेना है क्योंकि इंटरेस्टिंग काफ़ी लग रहा है मुझे. तो इज लाइक हाँ ले सकता है तू, पर प्रॉब्लम है कि एवरी आयर कोर्स अदर देन इंट्रो टू आयर नीड्स अ प्री रिक्विजिट दैट इज इंट्रो टू आयर. सो तो एक नहीं ले सकता.
You have to take that, yeah.
तो मैं आई वाज लाइक अच्छा ठीक है, तो मैं ऑडिट कर लेता हूँ, बट फिर भी लाइक आई विल सिट इन दोस क्लासेस एंड आई विल ऑडिट, ऐसा भी लग रहा है मुझे. वन मोर थिंग आई लर्नड इज कि do not take a lot of your decisions and thoughts very seriously.
अच्छा, if it doesn't work
अभी
out.
लग रहा है मुझे is very important कि मुझे ये लग रहा है अभी is very important कि बहुत change होता है. One semester ago only you would have asked me thoughts on 10 things, I would have said different things. तो and I have learned to accept this as well कि भाई change होने वाला है thoughts, it's fine. You just figure like fixate on what you don't want to become, and then whatever else you will never find out so quickly what you want to become, no?
Of
what
course,
kind
yeah.
of a person you want to become.
And I don't think you will find that out ever.
Yeah. So you just concentrate on things that you definitely don't want to become. Like you don't want to become
Eliminate.
asshole.
J. Pragmagan Andy.
So yeah, you definitely don't want to become a nasty person.
Yeah, or religious.
Yes. Okay. That also I won't say. But
I'm kidding.
so you just figure out what you don't want to become, and rest everything you can do.
Wait, and when you so it's essentially about embracing change, na, and the fact that things are uncertain, बदलती रहेंगी. I'm assuming you learned that the hard way through or you just learned that कुछ हुआ होगा जो अचानक से change हुआ. Something went off track, not to plan. तेरे semesters में तेरी life में. So do you mind talking about that थोड़ा? Because at least that's how I learned my lessons. So I'm inferring from that कि तेरे साथ कुछ similar हुआ
There
होगा.
are quite a few small things, but what comes to my mind right now is again of an academic nature. But this is I'm sure this is not the best example I have, but this is the example that I'm coming up with right now. Is मेरे philosophy minor में ना, so I am the only physics major like friend. I'm not sure, maybe one of the two people out of our entire physics major batch.
Batch of how much?
13.
13 students. So 2 out of 14 लगा लेते हैं once. हाँ ठीक है.
Who everybody started off wanting to do a physics major and a minor, but they could not complete minor. And I am and me and one other friend who's doing a visual arts minor are the only two people completing a minor in 3 years. And that is very largely because course clashes हर semester होते हैं, हर semester, and नहीं मिलते लोगों को courses. People get frustrated and they give up their minors, which is what happened with a lot of my friends. What I did was मैं ना थोड़ा shameless हो गया और मैं दोनों reps को बहुत मैसेज भेजता था कि तुम ये क्लास चेंज कर लो, टाइमिंग ये चेंज कर लो, ये चेंज कर लो. Basically I was a lot of like I was annoying, persistent.
Yes.
And yeah, if I was the rep I would have hated myself. If somebody did
Hated
this to
that
me,
this person, yeah.
yeah, so I did these things, and so course trajectory, what you said, कि change हुआ है belief and all of those things. तो मेरे को एक कोर्स था सिंबॉलिक लॉजिक. मेरे को लगता था कि
Snyder.
हाँ
I'm patiently waiting for him.
okay, you have high hopes, but I won't say it's kind of unlikely he comes back.
Sabbatical लिया है, आ जाएगा.
Acha, you're not wrong enough at Ashoka to know about philosophy department faculty के sabbaticals का क्या अंजाम होता है.
Okay, we'll see. But yeah, so Snyder, symbolic
तो
logic.
लॉजिक मेरे को लेना था एक सेम, नहीं मिला. मैंने हल पिछले 2 साल के हर फिजिक्स रैप यूजी रैप जो बोलते हैं, मतलब डिपार्ट टाइम टेबल
हाँ.
सेमेस्टर का डिसाइड करने में प्रोफेसर्स को रिक्वेस्ट और इन्फ्लुएंस करते हैं.
हाँ.
पिछले 2-3 साल के फिलोसफी और फिजिक्स यूजी रैप्स के मेरे सबसे दोस्ती है. मतलब मैंने बनाई है इंटेंशनली.
Right.
He and not like, I mean, not for like cynical transactional purposes, obviously. I have shared courses with them also, so in general they were friends, but I've also sort of helped, like asked them, requested them a lot कि करो करो करो. तो सिम्बॉलिक लॉजिक ये था कि मैं बहुत रिक्वेस्ट किया, नहीं हुआ. इट वाज क्लैशिंग. तो आई कुड नॉट डू द कोर्स एंड आई वाज लाइक शिट, मेरा माइनर ट्रैजेक्टरी गया. आई थॉट मेरा नहीं होगा माइनर. But rules got changed later, and symbolic logic is no longer a required thing. I did end up doing the course.
With who?
Snyder only. Last
Oh.
semester. Last semester. Monsoon 22 में.
You lucky bastard, huh?
No, spring 23 में. Sorry. So before he left. So I didn't end up doing the course later. But yeah, these things. My belief was that symbolic logic मेरा खत्म है सब. नहीं है ना. It's fine. It's transitionary. बाद में change हुआ. Things worked out eventually.
Man, you also did a internship ISR Pune में.
हाँ.
I know I'm jumping topics here, but I think a lot of physics majors don't anticipate what exactly they have to learn to get an internship. So the work you do in internship is not. तुमने क्लास में नहीं सीखा होता वो सब. Usually all the programming, I think you learn on your own.
हाँ.
Right? All the weird esoteric, not esoteric, the weird math that you learn तुम्हें खुद सीखना होता है. क्लास में तो MP1 में नहीं सिखाएंगे, Mathematics Physics 1.
हाँ.
So for students, undergraduates, मतलब second years, but usually, who are thinking of preparing for an internship or to create a competitive profile, or just to pick up skills that will help them land an internship. I mean, what skills would you say they should focus on? Abhi? Programming, of course, Python and all.
हाँ हाँ. I don't know how to phrase this better, but it's basically Jai Mata Di.
What do you mean?
First year maybe you, especially at Ashoka, if you're a physics, you basically know nothing. You at the end of first year you know nothing. So it is a miracle and it is a true privilege if some professor gives you internship. So if you get some place, well and good, do the best you can there. Even if you don't, it's fine. We were first years and we did not even apply to places, and I wrote to like 2 professors. One of them didn't reply, and one of them said I have too many students right now, which is generally what you would get.
Yeah.
By the way, that is the same professor I wrote at the end of the second year and did my SR summer ka internship with that professor. So that is there. So first year ke baad to it's very hard. So but you can that you can always use your summer to do enhance your coding skills and read up on your third semester में के courses काफी ज़्यादा मतलब important है. CMR EMLR और EMLR it has a reputation. Classical mechanics and electromagnetism in the light of relativity.
Yeah.
So especially EMLR is it's a tough course. It has a reputation for being the filter. ये जो EMLR करता है complete और उसके बाद भी physics में रहता है, वो actual physics measure करता है. So that is it. So if you enhance your coding skills and whatever Python skills as much as you can.
So learn Python perhaps.
Yeah. And also try and do problems from the books that are used in these courses, which I did not do, and which none of us did, and it's generally people don't end up doing. But and generally all seniors and all professors advise this only.
Solve textbook pro questions.
So that you can do. Second year में whatever you firstly need to. I mean, I still haven't learned. I still get a lot of rejections and hardly acceptance
for internships.
Yeah. So
even after your profile.
वो होता है. तो भाई मेरे से भी बहुत अच्छे लोग हैं इधर, बहुत hard मिलता है. तो one thing is if you have done some work, तो if your professor knows some professor at some like good place, then that is your best chance. Ki you can request them to refer,
Yeah.
and then they may consider.
So LOR is important to
yes.
get internship.
Not even like formal LORs. If you're generally these
Just a
professors know
recommendation.
people at other places, so it's important that you are you are sincere and you do the work,
Mm-hmm.
because then when your prof refers you to work with some other institution's prof, you go there and work, and if you make a mess out of it, it reflects badly on your prof. So you have to and
Manage that as
yeah,
well.
don't think too much about it. Just think, you put your head down and do the work properly, sincerely, as much as you
Yeah.
can. So that is there, and you can all other things are there. Tons of people give advice on how to write short emails,
Old
how to
emails and
make
all.
CV,
Hmm.
old email. So, and I personally am still terrible at writing short emails. I write too much, and that is probably why I receive less responses. But I'm slowly learning how to write short emails, which is why Isar Punika, that prof, replied.
Reply to you.
Yeah.
If you could distill all the knowledge you have about, landing an internship and building a competitive profile, because I was going through a profile and there's a lot on it. I mean, there's this recurring exam that you give for astronomy and mathematics, I think.
Yeah.
And हर साल ये rank better होती है कि मैं देखा 2% है. So, and then you have all this other stuff. You have these projects that you've done. You're apparently fluent in a lot of front-end languages, not front-end. This is CSS, not C++.
I had a
HTML.
I tried to build a website from scratch for 2 years.
Oh, that's why.
Multiple attempts. And the end product still I didn't like.
Uh-huh.
So I eventually, like the current website, if you're talking, if you have
Framer, I
seen,
think.
that is a tool that I built in just like a week. But the eventual goal is to shift to at least a HTML, CSS, JavaScript template, if not from scratch.
Mm-hmm.
Because then I don't have to pay for the subscription. The one that I have right now is still free only.
Right.
But if I want to add more things to it and get my own domain name and stuff, then that is paid, which is I don't like.
So all of that, I mean, just the website bhi hai teri, which a lot of people don't have. So there's a lot on your profile, and you've done a lot. You experiment a lot, and you talk to a lot of people as well. Relatively, of course. I'm not saying top, I'm always gonna quote to it relatively. But if you could distill all that knowledge for a first year, because a lot of us do want to build competitive applications as well, now. So what can you distill all that knowledge, thoda sa? Maybe some mistakes that you made first year, that first year should avoid doing, something like that.
See, I'm gonna tell you what I think I know
in your experience. Yeah.
So you go attend officer. First thing you do is you talk to your professors and you go attend officers with them. And even if you don't have anything specific to talk about, just go and talk to them about things in the course, things in the class that you learned or did not learn or whatever. They are there to talk to you. Especially first years में नॉन फिजिक्स में तो ऑफिसर्स इतने होते नहीं क्योंकि क्लास साइज छोटा है. बट इफ यू आर नॉन फिजिक्स में CS में ऑफिसर्स का इस्तेमाल करो. दे आर इम्पोर्टेंट. एंड ऑल्सो in terms of building a profile, try to, I mean, there are all of these fancy templates of like say CV बनाना है for example. Use कर सकते हो, पर don't make too fancy things also. And first like ये profile build करने के लिए you need research experience, you need to do projects, and the better project, like the longer and sort of the in-depth projects you do, the better. All of that is there, and the only way to go about that is keep on requesting professors and see which professor has time, which professor works in what area, what you like, and then ask for them. And see, whenever any professor agrees to let you work on a project, it's their commitment as well. They are giving a part of their time as well. So it's important that you don't, just while away.
Yeah, do it right.
Yeah.
ठीक sir.
But also don't, मतलब ऐसे खुद को मारो मत. Don't kill yourself based on these things, because professors, like, it's fine, and you don't need to do too many things also. You can just do 2 things, 3 things, and do them well in your entire 3 years, 4 years. But you should be able to talk about every single minute dirty detail of the thing. So that is there. And CV बनाना है अभी तो मुझे भी we will slowly go into the graduate school application session. So I literally have so you just keep on doing projects and you keep on building your skills, and try to not do fancy sounding things, try to do basic things better.
Yeah.
And at some point of time, when you have done enough, like a little bit of projects and all, profile building seems very fancy, and like all of those things. But then it's important to know like be intentional about what you are learning and what your basics are. And when we think of these research projects and all those things, and then if somebody asks you and say solve a differential equation on the board, simple thing, actual meat of the content of the subject that you're learning, you should be thorough in those things. Fancy research projects look very good on the CV, but if you're better at these things, if you are like sort of good at cracking some problems, doing the basic things properly, that I think goes a long way towards, especially if professors know, then that goes a long way towards say your recommendations.
Right. So I think मेरे takeaway ये होगा, interact with professors, make use of office hours, craft a relationship with them, है ना, जानो उनको,
yes.
let them know that you're interested in the subject, and don't take on too many responsibilities. Even if you aren't doing a research internship under a professor, and you're doing just a few things, show them that you're doing those few things really well.
Yes.
So जब वो recommendation लिखेंगे बोलेंगे हाँ research तो नहीं करा इसने पर ये जो चीज़ें थी he did them or she did them really well. So I think essentially it comes down to have a good relationship with your professor, interact with them more.
Yeah.
इतना nervous नहीं होना. But as interesting question. So last bunch of flurry of questions I have. Imagine you were back 3 years ago. ठीक है, when you were coming into Ashoka. 3 साल पहले तू आया research. Do you mind? Do financial aid पर है पर?
हाँ.
Do you mind sharing how much? कोई दिक्कत नहीं करना था. Because a lot of people don't actually.
I'm on 50%.
50%. So you're paying half.
Yeah.
So we're not 12 lakhs. 12 lakhs is for my batch. मुझे paying 5 lakhs होगा तुम्हारे लिए इस साल पे. Something like that.
Yeah.
My point is, if you were need-based financial aid, na?
Yeah.
Huh. 2 scenarios. You're applying to you just discovered Ashoka again. You got application, submitted application, got your acceptance and all, but you didn't get financial aid.
Huh.
Would you still come here, knowing after all of this, having all this experience up?
That's a tricky question actually. Because
fees at that time was 8 lakhs मान लेते हैं, I think.
I think 8 to 9 lakhs. I would probably, depends on what other places I got into. I would have definitely given the JEE Advanced.
Right then, that
Yes,
situation, yeah.
Yes, and then from wherever I was getting into, if I would have gotten one of the good ICERs,
then
which I did later get because I gave the ICER aptitude test, but I was already in Ashoka at that time.
Achha.
So yeah, that is there. Yeah, it would be a hard choice. I would not say 100% that I would come to Ashoka, which is like, if I'm being fully honest.
And if you could afford it, but you're barely affording it, for example, your dad is your breadwinner family में. Yes, घर का household मान लेते हैं. Household income तुम्हारा मान लेते हैं, I don't know, 15 lakhs or 20 lakhs मान लेते हैं. I have no clue. I'm just throwing numbers here. ठीक है. But 15 to 20 lakhs मान लेते हैं. You don't get financial aid. You can still technically afford Ashoka, but you're scraping the thing, not barely affording.
That is not. I mean, I would not consider that affording then.
Okay, so not in that scenario either.
Yeah.
Okay, interesting. What's one skill you wish you picked up sooner before you came to college, or during your first year, perhaps?
Listening well, and
listening to people.
Listening to people well, and also keeping in touch with people and like sort of maintaining friendships properly.
From school or from in general?
No, yeah. I mean, forming and the thing is, with me, a lot of my friendships and whatever people with whom I'm friends, they are either associated with me somewhat academically, like from my courses, which I generally talk about, talk to them regularly, or I have like a significant portion of my social life here is because I'm a musician and I do like music things, I do performances. So all the theater, music, dance,
people you interact with them a lot, yeah.
So, but other than that, I still don't have a lot of
good friends.
For example, sometimes I recently thought of this framework. How many friends do you have who have no reason to be friends with you?
Who don't have academic or those.
They have zero affiliations from extracurriculars or just friends for the sake of being friends. So that, and maybe the answer is 1 or like 2. It can be 0 also. So I mean, I don't know if this is a good measure, bad measure. I just thought of this recently, and if it is even a legitimate measure, but good thing to think about.
I think I'd put it this way. I like that measure a lot because I think of it this way. Obviously, I interact with a lot of people in my courses, dorm rooms, club work, club meetings, and all of that stuff. But if I think about it, if I have a really rough day, if I'm having just बहुत बुरा कुछ हो गया and I really need to talk to someone, will I actually call any of them? My answer is no. I haven't formed that close of relationships.
But you are 1 semester into it.
Exactly. So it's बहुत early for me to
hopefully,
say.
hopefully, like down the semesters, you will have people like that.
Yeah. So I
But
think
still-
I agree with that.
But you may also not have people like that, which is also like you learn to live with it. It's fine, and you can always. I mean, like you need like you learn like as there's no formula for it.
Making friends, nah, not no formula for it, but I do need one trusted friend at least.
हाँ
I've learned that. वहाँ चाय बन रही है गर्मा गर्म और वहाँ नहीं बन रही पर इमेजिन करो ना फिजिसिस्ट है थोड़ा एक्सपेरिमेंट करते ही हैं ये तो हम तो है नहीं हमें क्या पता वहाँ चाय बन रही है गर्मा गर्म अदरक वाली और गरम गरम पकौड़े तल रहे हैं या पुणे में क्या अच्छा लगता है तुम लोग को कीनू ना ऑरेंज आम करे और गरम गरम पकौड़े तल रहे हैं यू गेट टू इनवाइट वन साइंटिस्ट ठीक है
oh
चाय वगैरह पीने के लिए शेयर टी विद who do you invite like from history
yes.
mathematician scientist any figure even
अभी
philosopher or
का
something
मतलब okay.
कभी का live or dead why is that ironic
I just dissed Feynman's.
oh right that way what would you ask him
Oh, I would ask him really random stuff, but I would just like to glean from him and his entire talk about reply to whatever I ask him, how he explains stuff so well. Because very few people have built a reputation for being good
teachers.
explainers and teachers. A lot of people are good researchers, which is itself a very hard thing to do. But apart from that, the ability to break something down to like the last like to common sense to a point where it seems obviously
trivial yeah
sorry
कुछ नहीं होगा
so that I would try to glean from him as much as possible.
that reminds me of
And-
Brian Greene huh
One of my favorite profs here at Ashoka as well is the excellent explainer.
It's a Fukan.
Yes, he's too good, and his enthusiasm for teaching is excellent.
uh-huh
So yeah, I mean, I always I value pedagogy and like pedagogical thinking a lot.
yeah
I've started to value. So because whenever I'm trying to teach something, and I still don't have. Actually, I have done one TA-ship, but yeah, whenever I try to sort of think of how I will try to teach something, I'll. That is when it comes in a lot of handy, and that is where you literally that is the Feynman technique, right? You literally explore the gaps of your understanding
yeah
when you are trying to form a lecture around that topic.
exactly
So,
yeah
if a person teaches really well, you can see, and even basic things, even like quadratic equations, the most basic things ever, even like for physics, classical mechanics, there's it's a very, I mean, compared to other things, it's kind of the easiest thing to do. But if you are asked to give a lecture on it, how well would you fare? What kind of questions will throw you off? And so Feynman technique essentially all of this is. So yeah, the ability to explain,
yeah
hold in very high regard, and explain to the like the deepest, like कोई भी सवाल answer कर सकते हो.
yeah
So yeah,
that's nice I think तूने लोड़ा जीनियस प्रोग्राम के लिए वो करा था ना a TA-ship and you would talk for like 100 or 120
So
students
that was a different thing. That was
Wo-
so why
YSP yeah sorry
No, I was TAing for Lodha,
हाँ
but I gave a छोटा सा presentation for YSP.
theory of gravity के लिए था वो
वो gravity
story of gravity sorry
story of gravity में था वो. हाँ, that was from the journey of our understanding and notion of gravity
yeah
from Newton to Einstein
Einstein
to now. Einstein was still 100 years ago. Now, I mean, our understanding is pretty much still Einstein's holds strong, and then Hawking also there. But वो gravitational waves वाला detection हुआ LIGO से इस साल. Basically, they detected the nanohertz gravitational wave background. So I got very interested into that, and I also heard Professor Shomuk's talk on the same, like a similar topic before,
हाँ.
and so I just they had asked the astronomy society people, two of us, and we have been handed over key you have to take some session for the YSP children, the students who came. So we were initially thinking of making spectrometers and like teaching them how to build a spectrometer.
Right.
But then that became logistically challenging. And so one of my other friends, who two of us, me and Isha, so she talked in the first half about spectrometers and what the basics of them, and then I told a more sort of theoretical story of the story of gravity. as well.
मजा आया
I
पढ़ाने
tried
में?
to बहुत मजा आया. That was making that presentation was one of the best joys I have felt, because मेरे को खुद को ना story जब तो these are disconnected events, but when you like ऐसे न्यूटन हुआ, फिर ऐसे
Einstein.
फिर but then when I strung together those things and tried to form a narrative out of it,
Yeah.
it was good.
Yeah.
It was really rewarding.
Yeah. At least this seems disconnected.
Huh.
Because when you piece things back together, nah.
A lot of it was inspired from Professor Shomak's
Talk.
yeah.
Yeah.
So because he had strung together things in a particular way. So
Yeah.
that is why I love teachers like Professor Shomak, Professor Fukum.
Yeah.
They make things build sort of a
कहानी
story.
की तरह. कहानी. Yeah.
I love that.
And the most surprising thing is I've known this thing for Gravity ka story for a long time,
Hmm.
but I still get fascinated whenever I hear it again and again, especially
Same thing.
the good presenter.
Yeah.
But
I wrote about it also.
Shomak ka wo.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, if you weren't majoring in physics, what would you be studying?
Oh. Philosophy. I mean, all of these maths. I don't think I would do computer science
Mm-hmm.
because I'm fundamentally not. I don't know enough about myself, but fundamentally, right now at least, I don't think I would be a code person. I can definitely see myself doing engineering, because I was very likely to go down that path,
Mm-hmm.
and I would not even have known enough to regret doing it.
Yeah, you would have not had this experience. Now, तो क्या होता?
Yeah.
So, what major would you pick though?
Major at like Ashoka pe.
Yeah,
Ashoka
generally what-
majors.
Party Ashoka major. Yeah. What would you be studying major wise? That's a hard
Oh,
one.
it's a hard question, because every subject I'm thinking of is like नहीं मुझे ये पसंद नहीं है, मुझे ये पसंद नहीं है. यार मेरे को पहले से क्लियर था ना फिजिक्स करना है, तो बाकी क्योंकि फिलोसफी में बोल सकता हूँ पर मेरे को मेजर नहीं करना. I can't think of myself as a philosophy major, because then I don't have any of the math and any of like the analytic things that I like, even though philosophy is a lot about analytics.
If you could merge two majors, then I'm giving you.
My major and my minor, literally philosophy of physics.
नहीं physics हटा दिया मैंने.
I actually hate math for the sake of math also. Yeah. I would not say hate, but I
hope
not
to
very
change this.
fond of also.
Oh, I'll show you the beauty of math.
I mean, I'm sure I get why people appreciate math for the sake of math, but actually maybe I do. I'm not sure.
You've done formal logic. Mathematicians भी नहीं करते वो.
हाँ,
How do you
कभी-
not?
कभी-कभी, okay, fine. I don't think I would. See, sometimes I get annoyed with math when I don't get it, which is
Don't
why.
we all?
Yeah, but that's the only thing stopping me from directly saying I would do a math major.
Mm-hmm.
Because there are areas of math which I don't like.
Such as?
Bad integrals, because that's the only thing that physicists hate.
Bad integral, like बहुत लंबे
हाँ गंदे and especially exams में वो खुद से करने पड़ते हैं. Wolfram
By
use
hand.
कर सकते हैं.
Okay, there is enough reason not to major in physics.
But major, you want me to pick, then I will pick. यार भाई अच्छे को prospects है. मैं बोला पहले CS नहीं, पर ठीक है CS ही है. That is like one of the practical and intellectually stimulating तो है काफी. तो मेरे को वही है main,
Mm-hmm.
कि थोड़ा मतलब ये यूज होना चाहिए थोड़ा.
दिमाग, yeah. Challenging होना चाहिए वहाँ से.
हाँ, तो कर लेता मैं CS.
Right. If you had another lifetime, what discipline would you study?
तो मैं बोल IR
These are the questions from the IEEE thing. I loved them. I wrote them down.
IR.
International relations. Ah,
I would do foreign policy.
interesting. If you could meet any one person from history, who would it be?
From history,
Yeah. कोई भी मरा हुआ जिंदा भी चलेगा actually.
I will meet Ustad Allar Khan.
Tabla.
Yes. Yeah,
Why?
great. A lot of. I mean, he was a great player.
Mm-hmm.
He's the father of Zakir Hussain, if you know.
Zakir Hussain.
Yeah. Yeah. So I would meet.
Ah. The next question is about music actually. If there was a one musician you'd like to work with, perform with,
Mahesh Kale.
Mahesh Gal.
Mahesh Kale. He's my favorite singer right now. Classical. He sings classical Hindustani. But yeah,
Like वो वाला type
हाँ.
का हाँ.
so that I love. And he's also sang for like one of my most favorite Marathi movies,
Just
which is based on a play, which is a very famous Marathi play. It's called Katyar. The full name is Katyar Karzat Bhusli. But yeah, so I would. It is my dream to play with him. And there are obviously others. There is like Kaushiki Ji Chakravarti, who is another singer that I like.
oh, you might get to use them in this question. If you could open a show for any artist,
Open a show.
open a show, yeah.
Oh. Okay, since we can give new names, I would say Yashwant Vaishnav. He is an upcoming tabla player. Very like he's not that famous now, but he will become. He's like Zakir Ji, and I'm assuming tabla's most. If you say tabla to a random person on the street, they will say, "Oh, Zakir Hussain."
Huh. He's like the upcoming Zakir Hussain.
Yeah, but he's different than him. But he has the potential to become that famous.
Thanks, Bhai, for your time.
Thanks for inviting me.
It's pretty fun.
Yes.
I don't know if you're tired or not.